Hotel yade ebesom mo ne ebo kwan emma ora Kojo Marfo ne abedwafo edi Daybreak dwumadie no eba de bedi akotene bi ne se enra emergency cabinet meeting no ekoso wa abem Felix Kaakyire 6Am akasa na Eastern Region Superzone asakoso no sukufuo bi no mu kodi sebe nkwa asem ama meka sa GSS ode tabo ato won mo so we ni afoforo bi ena no pay making kind Midi edi Afia chumwa Kaakyire. Koko nsensem ya ababa ya akuafo ebo sujetire guga na aban etisui. Eka ho bi manano amane ba se omampani John Dramani Mahama enra eni abedwafo a wono omotena se etoato adwene fa omaiga na memwo ho ya cabinet behia. Enhyemu no ba so pepepe ama enu achi no Osoafo a wono na hye aban kutahodie so Felix Kaakyire 6Am bebo amane sem won ma hia adwentire niema ahodo bebre ho na mpanimfo no de niema ekogu akwamu ahwe se won mo ne ahye ehwe sikasem so beto kese na efri sabre ye kono nhyehyɛ pa won mo ya ebeye yie aboa makoko sector na fa ne ntuma pefra no etumi abaso saa sei na Felix Kaakyire 6Am ekiremu.
As advertised yesterday, we have just concluded a lengthy cabinet meeting, which was an emergency session that discussed the cocoa sector and matters arising there. And at the end of the emergency session, decisive measures have been agreed upon regarding expedited payments of cocoa farmers, regarding the implementation of the most drastic reforms in the cocoa sector, with a view to achieving quantum leaps in domestic processing of cocoa as opposed to exports of raw materials, and various reforms to be carried out at Cocoa Board in order to ensure more effective administration and management of the cocoa sector. Now at 11 a.m. tomorrow, the Finance Minister will address the people of Ghana and announce these far-reaching measures as agreed upon at the end of the cabinet meeting today. So that is what I have for you right now. If you have any questions, I can take it. But tomorrow, 11 a.m., meet the family.
Yo, enti esanse enra ena Minister for Government Communications Felix Kaakyire 6Am ene nsɛmtwerɛfo ekasa ya na ansa wobo cabinet nhyiamu no ɛho amane enti no enne ya wei Dubako ena finance ministry no wo mo behia na wato adwene no ana Felix eka ho asem no na wadwene ho abisa se edienti ena Ghana koko no sei wono mo eye ho adwuma wi a eda so agudam na wonto ana osoafo a wono na hyenuane ne kwadwuma so rai kopoku ene nsemtwerefo bi no madimpu ni mpu ama wakyere dienti asese Ghana koko ne to no eye ayeto na.
The cocoa that we bought at 5,040, we are going to sell it at 4,100. How do you pay for the huh? So Cote d'Ivoire has reduced their price. That is why Ghanaians are not smuggling to Cote d'Ivoire. Otherwise, our farmers would not be making noise. They would have smuggled. Togo, they have reduced. So even if you have the cocoa today, no. So the cocoa that we bought at 5,040, we are going to sell it at 4,100. How do you pay for the So Cote d'Ivoire has reduced their price. That is why Ghanaians are not smuggling to Cote d'Ivoire. Otherwise, our farmers would not be making noise. They would have smuggled. Togo.
Nti minister ne krakra ne sen ne da kyen ya no akire mu yie se Cote d'Ivoire fo ate wo mo de so nti obi a adwane kɔ hɔ na wakɔ akɔtɔ koko a Ghana de no so enka dem mu ana ye nto ansɛm no ɛsoe ɛpoye mantamu na no Superzone asia ɛkɔ so sɛ de afibia nto so suku ahodo won mo tai ɛyɛ no wo mo hyehyia akeka wo ho abom mu agokansi adwumadi akɔso ye bo amane sɛ wapoye mantamu suku ahodo binum no ensamone ya ɛkɔ so no na nya asɛm keto akra sukufuo ni bi etintimafa emayoa a ye rape said the empanimfo esusu se ekoso no na ebinom nso de mere hye wonsam awo ebinom nsekan asemi edru omeya tena yakese ehwe ngomesua so ye Ghana Education Service mpanimfo anim ama make say one mo say 3 senior high schools and our Eastern region ya one mo de tabo ato won so emfie maako mienu 2 years ban se juma one mo di no abonten so ya agukansie say ya one mo ko stadium ko hia wo baabi no sa sukuu miensan one mo entumi enkobi one mo ne Kofodua Senior High Technical School Setek, New Jabin Senior High School in Jusco, and a new Insutem Senior High Technical School in Sutek. Nampani say sporting any education related activities. Bibia fa gukansi ye ho ewo ngomesua mu die. One mo ni ho kwan se wode wo ho ehye mu bie. Emfie mienu ehyaase efri enra February bosome de toso edubaako. Na sa wo ankasa suku mu kra no wono mo ehyehyɛ dwumadi a etesa ana aban ahyehyɛ na wode wo ho ehye mu bie ana sempo suku no ekɔ wo mo nya bi na mmom wo mo do mani Kaakyire 6Am ekohwɛ bi ni nyina waban ne wo mo eno da nkyɛn a sa wo mo ya quiz say ye debate say ye cadeting say ye entertainment agokansie dwumadi bia wo mo bɛbɔ dɔmpem na wobekwa akohia se ye zona epoye mantam ho wo ho anasa mantam ni nyina ehyehyɛ dwumadie no sa suku miensan enkobi wo mo mpese wobekɔ no ode mra behye wonsam asa akodi anyambrasam a etesa na epoye mantam kwankyerefo ohwe ngomasua so owuraye IV asantoa owusu ena krata wo mo de ba abontene so no wode ne nsa ahyase wasi wagina section 2.17 ewa GES Code of Conduct ewa physical and psychological violence so ena wadi atu saa na mo mfiri se Ghana Education Service fo no wo mra ya ebo wo mo dwumadie ho bra se wonia ukoto hye obi so anasa ukodi atutrasem a wo mo gina saa tumi so na watwe waso enti article 7 and 8 ewa Eastern region and Colleges Sports Association Code of Discipline and also one more agina so no atu anamono we say one more ban schools yi emfie mienu no kra so eto nkyɛn wasan ahyɛ school no obi antua 500 Ghana cedis na one mo guso a wate committee ya wo ye nhwehwemum e de afa enema ahodo atutwa asɛm yi enam so a ɛsɛ no one mo wie bibia na wotumi bu nkonta hunu sɛ enema dodo a school fo na nya mbrasɛm tie sɛ ye no eye ebi a opepidu a eno nso school no monitor mu anu yese one more ebetia Ghana Education Services so kaseti asade ne pa to trust them ya etisa etakoso ewo superzonals ene entako aseno one more enso so edu baabi na wamfa obi enyina ho antwena so a enkonkwa yensem na ho anu nti na one more tu anamo a etise ye enti GS mpanimfo ese efiri sabre ya ekro na awofo a one more makosa school no enhye ne nso akwada bia be kan say ye ko superzona asawoboa 2 years wo mu nkobi na etimi aboa ama sanity aba Ghana Education Service mu yanto so ewo enwomasua aso ye no emum sadi ahwefo enim no aban yi ba ye no wo ye na dwene se wo boa ama sukuu maiwa titiri won ma e won to aso sukuu no won ma tumi akọ sukuu wa abra bibia ensi won mo ekwan fi sempempi no abaiwa bi wo ho abosome so no obu ne nsa na so konfikira sabia moasen ya ne ma menya sika ntoma no ntino akadem ti aban e di free sanitary pad eba ya wo sha asesa wo cheche e di ama sukuu nkwada no Education Minister Ura Haruna Idrisu ebo amane se sanitary pad ya moasen ya omocheche ma sukuu nkwada ne bi no ebinum ho eye abasem na mani a wo bo eni se Consumer Protection Agency for na eti empanimfo anasa watia won mo na so se pad ni bi wo ho a enye papa na ho ode no enkwa ni mu se nkwada no ede mo won mo asene mu a ebetimi ede apomuden papa abra wo mo a daache ebetimi akofa wo hawa banti Education Minister say won mo ehwe no wasan atiesi schools ahodo ni nyina mu akoye nhwehwe mu pad no de na enye papa no mo yifiri ho na beye yi awaye ne sa pepepe
team of auditors to go around the schools and do an audit of the quality of some of the sanitary pads that were supplied, because I received concerns from the Consumer Protection Agency of Ghana as to some poor quality of some of the sanitary pads that were supplied last year. I'm now evaluating the report of the assessment, and that would advise government whether how to deal with it into the future.
Asante Mantemu Swafo Dr. Frank Amwakohine Ebo Amane se ebra won mo ba ban mu no na MPP abandada etwemu na na doda nkwa ekufu adoda no won ma hyase ye enwuma hodo binum be ya hansia ya na wode won sa aka ebinum afoforo bebre eka ho ya wo mo anwie nti wo mo so aba waba abedi ade se waba inherit sa project ni nyina na wo mo ento no ajeje mu obehye na wato aso de na enso so esese mpanimfo etena se na wo mo de niam gu nsane ani na wo hye ehunu se enwuma won ma ye ni nyina no de he na sesi ye wo mo kosomu a ebetime de mfaso papa abre asante my prioritization ebekoso na won mo atumi ehunu ne wo fra sententem na won mo ato aso amano ayeyie Ora Frank Amwakohine ene Kojo Marfo ne sinkonwa wo boss amane
612 different projects anana ongoing. Ebi started under JM1. Ebi so started under Nana Kufuado. Afari Sewa e-blocks ni na keka ho. Ene omo agenda 111. Domusa kan later no so nyina keka ho ne kosi 612 no. The president number say I inherited a new government now quite say projects are by the bia ye mfa ho ne abai crusher say me agina kan. And what he decided to do is say funds ebano. You are dedicated 20% of fund ebano for legacy projects to help us complete them. And the last time I'm checking, I think say 82 of them yet in home are using the district assembly common fund.
Okay.
Until the district national. Maybe district assembly common fund awarded free Accra and Eba directly. Into district to be any jurisdiction over it per the contract we know. In the Sana was here at the Beshe district Nancy, so that they can use their 20% to service it. And to do that, and to help the district assemblies, President decided to say, oh, Mexican and Nakra, or 80%.
Ebusiafo Dr. Frank Amwakohine ensemi so ena yejina na yede kasiye aba ewie yemidi ede afia tumwa Kaakyire Daybreak tumedie ebeto aso.
One day, we won't need this day. We won't need a day to celebrate how far we've come. We won't need a day to prove we're just as fast or strong or skilled. We won't need a day to relive the comebacks, the firsts, or the titles we've won. We won't need a day to rally behind the ones fighting to change the rules. One day, we won't need this day at all, because one day, this day, will be our everyday.
Facha Sports, Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. Saturdays, 6 a.m.
You are also ready for me. We move on and we go. All right, so we are here this morning and we want to thank you for the opportunity. Sir, onso oni edi dwuman. Nyame enhira na bibia enko kama said the sese eko. Yatena se anopai na dwumadie no sonko kwan so kra ye de ebrel na onso de sese wo ye bia no waye e de aboayen. Sir enani de dikan a oni ehia ewo television iso a facha television so na owo Daybreak Jumedie ni yade bro efisa break kopem se nundu ebebo ya won nepa bebre ema anopai nti Jibre na ene eni juma no Kaakyire ewa ha Maestro ewa ha da ne da yade de obon krata no ebre sede ubehu ensem a ekoso ewo ye man Ghana mu eno achi no agudie mu nsem eho nsem no yade bebre wa anopai transfers and also coaches who are being sacked and coaches who are taking the work. Anopai, I'm sure that updates no sports team no edbebro non son pepe. Enche African proverb no Kaakyire ebi jemo guha mai. Na de esese ye ditu ye nhofo no. Ye de atu ye nhofo kwan a ese na efatam. Se enne eye wa woda. Ma ye nte wonka se de be ya ye nyina ye bebom ni ade nyame ase amawo eda eye wa woda yi. The National Campaign Coordinator for the Dr. Bawumia 2028 election, the Honorable Osei Mensa Bunsu, the former minority leader, former majority leader, former member of parliament for the Swami constituency, as our guest this morning. Tiano Pei and Komobia SSA Yedino, Yabeji Breni, I'm sure that Swami. One of the issues. Inti anope Jibre na sang common so yemfa emro. Join us on our social media platforms: Facebook Facha Television, YouTube Facha Television, on your TikTok Facha Television. Afina wa joining on the X platform. Go to our website na ehonso kohen koma horwa yede egu hono wakenkan na aboao. On behalf of the team, the technical, the production team, and ewaha anope yede obi bia ase Facha Television, Daybreak, and yede bro. Medini Kojo Marfo, okasa Marfo ene ekosi da pem. Maestro mache.
Ofa, ejoso.
Etisen.
Ofa nyame na dom.
Anope ye hye nkomo no ase mahu ze Kaakyire pese oboye subu obi but no cray ba kope
yes
bema bia oba nka ho a ya na ma won komo na kafra
oh ofa den
se oba bia nka ho ti na won na mo wa bra bo ayi bibia wo ho no
Maestro asem iminyante ase o
anope advert kese
oba bia nka ho sesen
obo so je se me nware I get you wawari so we ware
wawari esia
wawari
esia
ana de minimu na nyasa
oh get you so we ware
okay
aka na be mienu na kire wo do no aduru ho Valentine's Day enti me sure say wo obi a be kire ne do
oh fa say aduru ho no na we say yetimi a creative surprises kakra.
Sawa.
Wa ni afro de. They not to video so. Ni a pese. Woni ni wa mpa na so ni gufro wa.
Interesting. Kaakyire. Se bokode.
Nyame adom.
Enra ya mese na menim se fuguru na ukosusu se den yo.
Fuguri, mi si ye nenti na ukoi pa me kwa ne sen ya. Esese me she fugu na me ni fugu.
Wo sabe kan fugu na chekra.
Ye hwe ni mu pa.
So we do the African proverb this morning, and the African proverb says, the cook does not have to be a beautiful woman. The cook does not have to be a beautiful woman. That's our African proverb for this morning.
Yo, abusiafo. Anopai said the bra Kojo Marfo akwaba no sa pepepe na wo hye abebuo ya ene yede nam no a ose oba no a onu aduane amu adie no eni kwan se woye ahofefo ansa no watumi aye na dwuma se aduane no ani na niti a watwamu ne se yensusu nhwe de etua aniwa na emom de ewo nipa ni mu a obetumi ada no adie. It's as simple as that. Na yenhwe o yedada abrabone asetena mu yi onyankopon ebo nipa no wode adoma chade dua obi mu obi wo ho a mete hai ya no nsian me bekenkan kase yi ma mu nipa no onko sukuu da nanso owo saa chade ne woni mu se otumi kasa na no ate ne kasa so hote a obetumi aye adwuma no so esan se ade ba ko mienu binti wantumi anko sukuu ankoje ho abodin krata abro ni certificate nti no sa talent no academ because obi abi adwuma oton sa frewa what the certificate and eton sa frewa adwuma me afa ne bi kra makosua kakra na menyanya emu experience no yes you need to have 2 years or 5 years experience and sania for adwuma na wo mfa me e ma me menya experience no makwa kofa experience no wo he e na me de ababa ye wo de enti ya yensusu nhwe de etua aniwa na ye ma nipa bi no mo chance na it will interest you to know say nipa otesa no sa wo ma no opportunity ewo sa adwuma no mu a obetimi a prove ne ho aye adwuma bi a wo kra no wo gina ho a ebeye wonwanwa se senka me ye aye emfunso enti edru ba bi a we should try to look beyond the outward na yemma enipa the chance to prove themselves. Yesi ahofe ohoi entwiaka Maestro ti hoye oso wa singly na ahwehwem no apo obi ne na bobra Maestro pe sepe na ade sepe no koduru fie wie na sepe ni maduane no a obedi ahofe ada na dabi enti ya emaya ma ahofe no a yebehu ni sei no empushi yen emaye nko fa bibi nko fie a afei de nipa no edi free ni mu ebe nyina no na eyenwura a emwa enti esra mu pa ye nuanu mema mu sisuo no mu de amania na hamu enti uhunu ade no na ye hyenhyen nyina na ye se yesika nso ehwa no atabiri na de kofie wantumi scrutinize ade no anhwe bibi papa bi a ewo ni mu ade ne koduru fie a wode bebrew kwakwa be ku o kire ya mu hwehwe enema papa ewo oba mu na mu nyai outward looks no na emwa mo ememma ya mu ofie ha me de mitumufo ahofe ntuaka enti mu mpe obi a 7 praduasa nimdie bi woni mu a ode ne kofie a nipa ye kasa wo yere a obetimi aboa ma ofie atumpon ena hwehwe no enwumawura nom yesremo sikasem nti nye nyina ene ya maame nom ne ya papa nom ebetimi de yakosuku ni akwaje krata certificate but bia nipa no atimi ye bold kra approach you say papa adwuma ya wo ye mehu say wo so wo pe enipa me ni certificate but me mu no metumi aye ya mo ma wo mo chance na wo mo so mfa improve om ho enti oba no a wo be no aduane amu adie no eni kwan se wo ye obi a ne ho fe ewo nanim ansa no atimi anoa aduane no enya ho fe no e na obedi ada ti anopa ye ba ya na kakrawa ye de ehye ye hunkra na ne ye de atu ye ho fo no nti ye nyina ye mfa kakra nto ye kotodwam ne mfa mmobra na ebeboa nya obia na betumi edi certificate anante nti adoma chede no ya munsusu enkanse na emwa yedamwase
right enti yeguso ayedi nkomo anopai ntantam so yemfa de ubog krata no emrel na unhu se de niema ekwansana agudifo no ede agudi nsam no abrain the Daily Graphic, and the Daily Graphic this morning has a front page story, and the Daily Graphic says Parliament approves 9.27 billion for National Health Insurance Authority. Mahama Cares gets 2.90 billion boost. And the other story on the front page of the Daily Graphic, and it's got to do with your friends, Kaakyire Nako, to start licensing cannabis cultivation for medicinal purposes. And the emphasis is the medicinal purposes. The lands minister was mining investors into the country. The Daily Graphic.
Yo, Abusia, Daily Graphic, Omenyina, the Obokrata Batino, and Yade Shassie. Osha ni munua, Oswafwa, Oshapum de Honsamso, Yera Kabnaminta Akando, or no ena edahoim. Na Wachasa National Health Insurance Authority, no, one mu here sika ena what the Epia Wandada Jumedienti, Emrashet Bejano Atnasia. One maje 9.27 billion Ghana cedis, Atumua Yesika. NHIA ede ekobua wo mu dwumadi na Mahama Cares dwumadi no a wo de eba befa enyarewa ahodo binom ho ka ewo memu no wo mu nko anya 2.90 billion Ghana cedis ewo sa enhihye num 2.90 billion Ghana cedis ente ho nsem enonom na Quarters Control Commission ena no Daily Graphic ebo won mo ho amane se wo mo eguso eye enkrata so nhyehyeye se oba be matumi krata amawi ye wo matumi adua ne ba na se wo mo etwa watumi dia kwa ye nuro nyese nkonko hye ne saa akwa na nkonko ye bibie wo ho nti nuro no nti na won mo beboa na wa license sa cannabis no na won mo de adidwuma lands minister enso edaha ena wose wono nso gusua mining sector no wone enipa binom twetwe nkomo no wahwe se wode investors eba bewura omaiga na fagudie atena yenum ama hoso etumpon na afa ne ntuma pa efra Daily Graphic
Maestro enura na obi bisa se na koko kra ye hu ano na obonsam taa ena ye se ye bedua na ye de ayeduro na no sika sen ya
so other countries sabi omu abobra ko minima one of their revenues also this kind of cannabis and so can be, but this time no, it's not about re-legalizing the cannabis but then making sure say yeah the beje induro the different induro ya beye we nkrum ha na etimi abomodin asan yare of a trono kraka see near haban no ni efe bi nsa yare enti ya haban ye dibi ye wodi yedi eni wodi ye desayare no we rutimi di o san so timi desayare enti ye de frafra nuru no ne dia sa wo mu asabi yare ahodo adokro mo e wo mu nipadue mu no le timi asa mo enti ofa I don't see anything wrong with that. All right. The only thing is you abusing it there.
The assembly ban. Na see the yedro di asa abuse se bia eni. The Daily Guide this morning. The Daily Guide this morning says a man grabbed at Kotoka International Airport over cocaine in Gari. I would work to win power for MPP. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Scholarship Secretariat scandal. NIB grant sick and cancer bill after minority protest. And lawyer charged for defrauding US-based nurse. SkyTrain mentioned in several board meetings, and that's a witness who appeared before the court. Stories on the front page, the Daily Guide.
Daily Guide, the Bokrata ba and the Anopeya or bought Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ehon amanye. Was say Obeya Juma. Obeya Juma de pa, Obere romance has seen to Nata Bebia na what they assign up to me Ediama NPP Amanyokoni Biem. And one mania Daily Guide, the Bokrata no album. Na ora kofi ofosu and cancer and saying scholarship secretariat ho nsensem bi ba ya da obokrata ni binum kra de ba yese mampani ahye se wo munye nhwehwemu firi se won mo kire se katasomwamu aso bi ani dwurim ne kana na bi akoso e wo scholarship secretariat no won mo susu se Kofi Ofosun kansa ya sem a wo kan ye na etrega mampani sa na enam so man wo mo kofa no se wo meboa nhwehwemu na meka say die won mo kire se owura no ne ho dodo no kakra enti won mo aman bill and a minority no so won mo gi asem ni gina mu pa eye ho dede lawyer bi won mo kire se wabo ne kwa edu se nurse ni bi owo US abrochimemu ono so wadi ni dwurim frakadam chese wabunu afaso ne esika waje de sikabum enti ho amane eda ha ena sky train ensensemi wo hye the obokrata yanimu an Professor Christopher Ameokunfi ahene mahene tachima nkonwa sase so wade hye kron yende hye nimfoni ne da hai na daily graphic daily guide ya the obokrata e kire se nipa wo mototo na no e was sky train scandal no emu no wabo amane se board meeting bia wo mokoye no na wo mu di sky train ho enkomo enti enanope daily guide e de ho amane aba.
The Chronicle newspaper this morning has on its front page, police dispatch a Trojan horse after robbing a 77-year-old lady and a police officer. The car that the armed robber robbed from the woman is also on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. Lands Minister courts global investors at 2026 mining in Daba. These are stories on the front page, the Chronicle newspaper.
Yo, the Chronicle, the obokrata no HSS orebi. Nanka woko akwaje obabi eho niema chese woko akobo ne krono. Waye roba kese pa na nipa no kra no wadi emfie aduosunsun 77 years. Se maame panimu pa o. Enanka owura no wo bo no krono saa no na we dia prosifo eho ha eye ha wo mo ye ntem no wo mo timi ate owura no kire se wo mo ku no efrati asefo asase so a wo hwe ehyan no anka woje ede afri nipa krono ensem no a eno so ewo ho na lands minister amane ya bon daily graphic mu se ogusu a ehwe so obepre investors na wode omo abo my Ghana mu abeboa oman fagudie atena ye no eno so na no pe Chronicle de obokrata no abo ho amane wo kire se 2026 mining global investors in shemu bi ekoso indaba eho ena minister ekoya ogusu a eni nipa binum di nkomo se wo mmra na Ghana de wo meboa ema mining sector emfa ne ntuma pa infra
yegusu a yede jawbon krata ho nkomo no ebre okai se Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics adwumaku a wason yansen ama yede jawbon krata nkomo no ebre no na ye ka won ho asemi won eboa o ma ode niam afiri amanone eba o man Ghana mu wo mo boa ma ode bi fi o man Ghana mu ekọ amanone nti se uye obi a oye into import and export na opa adwumaku a ubetimi ni won adi nkuta ho na waboa ama wa adwuma no akoso kama. Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics one Waterma Community 2 Kotoka International Airport so ba santimantem Kumasi a one wo dichem so anopay wakan yen ho ene yede da obonkrata ankomo no ebro Millennium Constructions onipa bia unya ska opese obobra kwa wanim tize opese oto asase opese oton wasase opese usi dan a ehon nkomo nyina no Millennium Constructions adaroma won be ye no fe e de amount ope gated community mu atna won be boa na wanya bisa said ye wajapade no wo dan no opese usi bibia no Millennium Constructions one wo Bushen na Yas Junction and oni nkomo na odaye so no emrem. We continue with the stories on the front page. Now no pay ye toaswa ye call the Ghanaian Times. The Ghanaian Times this morning has stories that says Ghana Tourism Authority CEO cautions hospitality operators against unlawful service charges. That's one of the stories. And restore Ghana's economic credibility. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama speaks to the advisory board. The big story at 2026 Mining in Daybreak conference, come invest in Ghana. Lance Minister Wool's industry captains. These are stories, the Ghanaian Times.
Ghanaian Times, the Wokra Tane Baya, Wosha Sura or the Oriere Marilyn, Mamie Fua Huajeto, our year contract for penny ya wada Ghana Tourism Authority, Anumfoni Aba. And was say a cocobo and what de Emma 1 year, one more be our Ojibia, our my Ghana mo hotel. One more a J and Crawford. There were one more guest house. I would was say, and Pepe, no one more J a chamane boy. And Rapa, ever what a boy, would you, my dear Hubra? Ya, a sesse, or ma and Yama esisto, kama. Ya, any quinsa, one more a charge a bro, so be no crass $2 and no crady. Bank of Ghana, Ashana Kete, se free sabre, Sidi Noa, Tisania Manina, or man for a boom brana sono. And Mamie Fua, Ede Cocobo, Ama one more say, Onya ye, I was a quine, so one fa and Mra and Yajuma pepe. Now, and advisory board, ya, Mampeni John Dramani Mahama Power, no Sawamabua, now one tuneful, and fa quine power, one bet to me a fast water to near Managana, sick as summer fun into my pay franum. And now what they air to a money say. Nada Roma, one more, not Ghana sick as some enemy in Totri, and sign in a branny. O man for Didiania Reshemua, I running in a 1 to 20 May, na a Jinaya, which did say Reshemuno, a besign Abba. Yera Emmanuel Lama Kofibua, a Lance Minister, and Foni and a Dapoi, Yen Shemukasia, Air Coswan, Ugusua, Air Ton Safre investors, a Momra, and Momabua Ghana for good year at Nayeno, na enfan into my pa infra.
Right, we continue with the Overseer newspaper, live Daybreak. Fache Television. The Overseer newspaper has these two stories we want to highlight. Tension brews at ECG over attempt to renew MD's contract. Tension brews at ECG over attempt to renew MD's contract. The other story that the business environment is contesting and raising issues is that Ghana Revenue Authority, they are dismissing price hikes fear over new VAT Act. The business community is uncomfortable with the new VAT Act, but Ghana Revenue Authority says, forget it. The Overseer news.
The Overseer, the Wokratano, Eba, no paya, a some papa, eda animono, ECG, Ejimekuno, and Sensembia, Asha, see Ebo Baba, almost say a wire shape. Now, Ocean Funia, Ededa Honua, Minister, ya was share, Ujahwadinia so. John Jinapo, or no what the hobby, and I am penning for me, no so I can't when much less say, ECG managing director no contracts, I spy and answer a woo. And now, as I'm penning 4% one more salfa kuntuna say, now renew contractor no. And ama aquafa oja, ababeto ECG Jumakunum, Tressa, or 1 for a bomb penning for a 2 jasa a, neither into one unquan as sebi. Adwene in the na woni tirimu obetumi aso ECG mu ana ni pebinu mu wo ho ti contract na wu ana wu enti eho amane ya no pay the Overseer the Bokrata no abo eno no Ghana Revenue Authority na say VAT Act eho nsensem ya ba yemra sebedwafo di tu mu ya one most value added tax VAT no one more ebe hye no wasakra ne emani wo mso matete ne emabi so no ebinum so kire se da bi Edi hu ababeto business community or my Ghana mu eso se yedi pan kakra na vati mo the act foforo eba no mo se ababe peja bo no mu dia M1 Nigeria resident bi adwobre mo nka makoma entomo yam ehu ni suro bia nim enya de a obi ade atwamne bo ebe ya ntan obi ko mu wabra wontumi entua enti mo nka makoma ntomo yam ye betoto niema ama obi atimi atua vat ne kwanso ama no aboa Ghana nyuma ama no anyini enti na no pay the Overseer the Wokrata no ne nsem bia wode eba ya boboso eno.
We are still live on Daybreak Fache Television. So we do our newspaper for you today. We do our newspaper which is Daybreak, and the story says I would work relentlessly for MPP victory. That's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And IGP Yowonu promotes 12,802 police officers. The big story says NIB reverts to BNI. So we had Bureau of National Investigations. We moved to National Investigations Bureau. The story this morning with a photograph of the Interior Minister and Member of Parliament for the Asanwase constituency, the Honorable Mutaka Mubarak Mohammed. And the story says, NIB reverts to BNI. Daybreak.
And Zakaya Ghana, Debia Yakahu Simu, yes. Kane Nanka a BNI and a Ghana Funina in Bureau of National Investigations. In Tedru Babinia Yasasano to say Aba Abeye National Investigations Bureau, not to say Adada at Troyano. Say Interior Ministry, say one must sign a conchi, Mr. Sankofa Hoi Yenchi. Ti waswafo ya wono ene ehye efisem so Ora Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak wada the obokrata the Daybreak animum ya won mo ebo amane sesei enye NIBBM ebesan akọ ne dada mu BNI Dr. Mahmoud Bamia wose ensuo mu awia mu obeye adwuma obebiri ni mojani aye adwuma wo Ghana fa na nyina hwese NPP amanyuko no ebesan aba tumi mu ebiem na ode IGP yewura Christian Tete Yehuno emfoni aba en wo se wa promote aprosifo empim dumienu ahangotwemienu 12,802 police officers and a fee promotion aka wonom tinyasam keto akra ya aye enikasem ede ama wo Daybreak the obokrata enie.
We do the final paper this morning, the Archives. The Archives newspaper has stories and it says, Finance Minister to address nation on cocoa reforms today. The other story says, Cocoa Board, 32.9 billion debt. Former CEO, Finance Director and others silence questioned. And these are front page stories, the Archives newspaper.
The Archives, the Obokrata no ebo amaniese enra. Emergency cabinet meeting because so ewo abemu said ye na kokon sensemi ye aye bebre no ntima mpanisi da bi mumi enkotena se na ye ntoto adwene ne ehunu kwampa ye betimi afa so ne nyina ya boa na koko akuafo a won musu no ya pepa wo mani wa mu nisuo enti meeting no achi ene osoafo a wo hwa aban kutanwodie so feles kwachi ofusu ebebo amaniese ne finance minister ebeshia ne mpanimfo na ni nyina ye fallout a free cabinet meeting no mu ebaye ti wo mo kwa akwatena sefisa Ghana sika hyenensa na wo mo adwendwene kwampa obetumi afaso na wo no atua kokoo eka eda honom na won ma etokoko no so anya bi ede atua akuafo no eka kokoo nsensem ya na the Archives the obokrata no ede ho amane aba na wo tere se ka eda Ghana Cocoa Board eye 32.9 billion Ghana cedis no ankane mpanimfo na eda Cocoa Board no kane CEO Finance Director ene afoforo bi a wo mo aka no die nti na wo ka wano atomu Ghana for he wo manim senko mo so meka bibi na won mo nte wo ka sede ena no randia bekasa yesa wo no wo Ghana Cocoa Board na kada ho no bikura na nyampa timpanimfo a mo maso matwamu e wo Ghana Cocoa Board na adan ene mo aka mano atomu no emwa enti the Archives say wo bisa se Mwanu amwaka atumu ene beboa na momra bonten na momekasa na Ghana fo hu de tuamu ankasa ewo Ghana Cocoa Board ne kakraka eda honu nti anopai the Archives the obokrata eba ya wono so ne nsem ne amane a wabo no no a eno ne ade ewie the obokrata emu mpensen mu
Kaakyire anopai yesi duba ko breni mu ano Finance Minister ne oman ni nyina bedi nkomo na cocoa nkomo no wa kire mu amaye ebi ka se o wan hwa ye bete won bo no so na yetimi atua sika no ama won ebi se o enkomo obedi de ebe ye nkomo a ebe boa o mamu ni nyina eden na wo hwe ni
se ato ono na ka se esesenka cocoa bag bia ye makuafo no 6,000 ko 7,000 enti sato Finance Minister na woba ye wo hwese de na anu ya niam akokọ so akokọ akuafo yesu ya na oba no osan aba abete so de a ene na nka ato esewara ato na nka esewara menya sure se entesuo bia eba na no pay minister ya wo hwe enuane ne kwadwuma so Erekopoku eno a wo kan sembi wone press no share wo parliament na ose Ghana koko ne boarding
asem a mate se Kokobo CEO nso aka na ne boarding mi nim de omo chire mu amana
wo kire se Cote d'Ivoire for atete wo mo de so eno so ose Malio se hwan omo so ate wo mo de so ntina bias no ho no omo de omo ni a kire no nti aha ho ne krakra wo pa kire sen
ne krakra ne se te se de nura nipa ni bi e kan wan hwa na anopei aban ate so na watua ka nti esese ebisa ye ho ne akuafo no anopei se emu ne ewe he eno omo ye bete so atua ni nyina ana se eka no ebe wo ba ye wo ti anopei obetimi aboa wo mo na waka mo mama anopei nkomo aye di nyina no wakwanya ti se de ye de ato anim no on our social media platforms, on Facebook, Fache Television, on YouTube, Fache Television, on TikTok, Fache Television, Oko X platform, no so nso ubit me do nkomo ho, send a WhatsApp message and our voice note on 020-754-3637. 020-754-3637. Onkomo ni nyina ode ba ye beje bre na yakenkan ni akirikiri mu amamansan so atonka britiawa mu no ye beba near the sports update ni nyina bro from the Olympic Marseille coach walking away to Nottingham Forest coach being sacked, the Tottenham Hotspur coach being sacked, and a lot more. And okay, one the home community nyina ebe bro one when ra wo ball wodi nkunim one wa ni nkunim ni nyina ho nhyehyeye no anopay sports team no e the update ni nyina e bro ye dan yen ho ye ba ye de san kom anopay sene agudie mu nsem etie no abib edini nyina ebro na afi wachechiro mu sede niema ebekọ kumase asante kotoko ne akra ha so fokuma achi ne si yentwa mu dia na chese kwasi ada sede tie bia match no ebeba so ama kotoko mkuguo no nso aba anopay mane ha no kra ba akopẹ eno anam de ato anim no. There are issues of coaches being sacked and some being hired. Say okan agro ne ho a ni nyina obeti ase habib match yeja na etzen Me ya predictions be wobetimi dey atoso ama me ana.
Dey wo he.
House of folk ne kotoko match.
And I will say why na na why na lose.
Oh, say kotoko be di nkuguo.
You Kumasi o.
Say na
senso mu ntime nhye kotoko fo no.
De ensiye e de sima ade eche. Nti kwasi ada. Bibi besi wo kurem.
Central out the call so ada koja achi.
Ada de na esi ho.
Kotoko supporters because coach Prince na wo hwe achi ne macho men nipa makoma num. E ko so mu ko yi na free park so man in training.
Na omu yi ni free park so I said na omu the board na kira ade. Enye board na coaches na
we dey arrange the board na mo so omu na
no why eni na.
Omu ye ya but later na penkra ni police fo bi ba mo behwe ma omu restore county. Coach Prince to us we training Nendra.
I see. Anope di aka bu bia no fama ye na ye hu se de da no beko.
Right, I'm watching Amawakwa Emfa Emra Fache TV Kasa for Nili so anope braso say yetenas ye sinkonyo na fe ye de kwa go pramaso go kan se mu nsem bre and I'll see be rom wo fie ya hwa fi sema hodo a but they make headline more the super class Asante Kodoko up against Accra Heart to folk on Sunday. Details no more ha coaches adin komo Kodoko penning for Kasa ya de honsem but national issues kakra wa be din komo walk up no de bia ye ba ye ka ho asem de kire obekobi anase onko ase Ghanaian support aboabo ho enkomo kakra ha no pay ye be de na kire enso e dia ma be konkofo amaso ndro EPL matches ahodo e ko se ne Arsenal the Ghana say gina kono game baso wanya ne ntiese coaches ni bebre na enso receive sack anase dismissal ye be chirechire mu kakra Leo Messi aya ade bi amanfo born about so this and many more ba ewo Daybreak jumadi no so kan ho na fe yemfa sara kese emfama team ni nyina no pai. The show is able produced and directed by Ben Nas, executive producer Watachira Oshama jumadi no yede aba Abu Diaby Eta yechi Luther King Ricardo Vara so nyina boabidin Eddie Habib Mohammed from the sports professor better still the special one now for yemfa Semra Junior share na fe camera no what director ma bibia konkan MCR programs manager na fe bedwafo aka no wo nyina enso boa yewuram na fe yenje pene emfa nsem no mfa ma odi antantam so yen shall say emfa free 72 down on the last Sunday no would wani achirem our the nations Wembley Accra Sports and Machine so say and the Black Princess of Ghana etna fe omo any omo counterpart omo free South Africa edebon yewie game no 2-2 draw any team told you return encounter baso will be maso South Africa on your screen. You tell us maba one nya touch it down and so Johannesburg. One do money and switch him a return encounter over the weekend. And also 8 me to your Ghana yemaba no also ebe team qualification na ama qualify akọ omani me no kakra e free maba one wo say ba ye denture and so e dia ma yento also still national issues unim say enche ene beto dwan as the Ghana Football Association den hihye guna kwema o select coaches mako be say 9 amonfo mani free Ghana enche mo bruni kokokrom Wolves na fe amonko for coaching refresher course na ba be drew coach and din ade Wilfred Dormon eye adjuman edema Dreams FC no kan kofuko nan a amonko ene nsem say no bedru no ono nso ede tuja.
It's a great experience. And let me take this opportunity, or we take this opportunity to commend the Ghana Football Association led by Kets. I think this group is the first time that Ghana has sent this group of young, talented coaches to go out there and exchange knowledge so that we bring it home to impact Ghana football. Because Ghana football is at the heart of each and every one.
So, and someone and he didn't edit Wilfred Dormon, manager Edema Dreams Football Club after said with free Wolves ABPM of Kotoka International Airport Enche Kechima Dama ever said in Accra International Airport no on so the two hon 7 year day which made it so young quay him now for young fan 7 more infant to Henry Asante Tune Ekasa Edema the Ghana Football Association what didn't come up Eddie for walk up Enche Ghana Yabekwa Kopim El Mexico USA and so Canada Enche Musei and Henry Asante to Mr. Hart on Sudi Tuja.
The decision may not go down well with people, and it's interesting how this news was received from Friday up until now. It is what it is. That's what leadership is about. But at the end of the day, you know that your aim is to make things better. So the common aim of the FA is to make the Black Stars team very competitive and very resourceful. and then also try as much as possible to make it more efficient. We are going to the World Cup, which is the biggest competition in football, so you always want to put your best foot forward. The men who will get the job done will be those who will steer the affairs of the team at the technical side. You need the technical team to be in sound mind and in good mood, and you also need the right people, the people with the right experience.
Eno enkomo uru ani de Henry Asante Chum Mr. Hart kasamafo the ma the Ghana Football Association what dey to you all chem say World Cup ne de ebekọ Ghana bekọ akoya de e wo say enya the people omo the right people at the same time omo the right frame of mind na adwuma no ombetimi enso aye amabibia atimi akonke no enchirimu kakra no pai ye den achire enso e de amo yemfri national issues na fei yentinsim or club side na yenni club nkomo de ade tennis nyame adoma on Sunday 15th of the month of February 2026, Empire Ebedwa, Kumase Baba Yara Sports Stadium, the big game, no, Boss Yatuni Din said the super class, Kumase Krobia Metema Asante Kotoko. One metanafing, na Amani Jan Contomrant, the Continental Club Masters Phobia. Never say that until the bones are rotten at the sea. And you know, you make big gamer, Airbus on Sunday, and I'll pay promo, no say, and Asante Kotoko for ahead of the big gamer, Airbus, no, Yen Shakakra.
Guys, we need to have some serious conversations.
Capito, what is the problem?
Our rival is coming this weekend, so we need to improve.
Relax, we have beaten these guys so many times. So what is your worry? Back to back, come on.
Kwame, Warriors and Kasasa.
Okay, I understand you, Peter. Because there is a saying that no matter how many times you defeat your enemy, you always have to be on the lookout.
Never underestimate your opponent. Let's be ready, guys.
Kwame, how much is the tickets?
50 Ghana cedis for center line and popular stand, and 100 Ghana cedis for VIP.
Guys, are you ready?
Let them come.
Let's do it for our fans.
Let them come. Eno enkomo kakra ekọ so enso Kumasi Asante Kotoko ma so yebra. Womo enso edi promo video na aba Samba O'Neal skipper edi ma side no Peter Amidu Akwa enafe Kwame Poku Baye womo me enso ena hu so machia omu di nkomo akasa edi afa the big game Airbus on Sunday yedi mu nkomo enso edan wo dwumadi no mu wie ya pe how to focus ye Ali Mohammed the Rock of Gibraltar dependable defender edi ma how to focus wa di nkomo o se kasa ayem frama
Kabe tuom say so kasa no kasa fama yake what I say mo kasa no mo bibia yen kasa bebre no bukan na ya to media no so agro for nya kasa kra kasa yen frama what I say phobia masters
kasa yen frama phobia masters no Ali Mohammed ono ena din komo we enso edi tudwa yen nyina ye gear up towards the big game Airbus on Sunday Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Hona match in so to jamun komo. Yede Edana still what a big match. No chairman Kweku Amponsa K5 in the brevi atwam obedi animi ya adwuma de Asante Kotoko cycles no opening na din komo wakasa de din kan e de for coach Abdul Karim Zito Kabute the resignation also say and say and of farm.
Itiman de TF ko Zito din resignation abana. Because na hamia na meboa. And surprising enough, so a sad habit. But Nipabiano or one so Adia a Hano. And Nadia, I am a friend, to me resign. Also, Ghana had no steady city, no resignation, and a demand probably so resign, especially Omunia Juma or Musa said Jumani. And to say the city, no, here's the supporters in the stadium, no more cast a debut, Zitu, Kozitu. I'm sure na man resign, but maybe I am it, Baba any day, and Yaba. Which is changing the brain, no, and what is not. I am made personally, maybe I did about Kwame. Coaches 1, 2, 3 coaching, 1, 2, 3 coaching, and I'm in Shadan support this idea.
Sponsor chairman K542 after Asante Kotoko team no. Owura Karim Zito resign mu nchemu kakra no nso e de ame ye de ho nsem e den tiefo no wie no wa mana nso o se Zito kona wa kon ebenya effect e wa Asante Kotoko teams on Sunday.
Oh, we say that's why things Kotoko has matches there. ana din pa so betimi a predict inteno de me sure confirm say betimi abobo na wie ko kotokone has matches there in fact gota bi ani ana obia so ni ho a oja na ho ana players no cry am the architect of the games no cry no the group kotokone has match obia kunu ho so bebo
Chairman K5 and in same way so to you no pa ye dey akire enso e dey amawo djue no na Chairman K5 still 18 komo the busan say chairman what is Sante Kodoko omo coaching department na Gaza division emu acheche we away say no chim
say ni pana omo kasa ni de ni ni hu say be 3 weeks eni ana the cafe the assistant coach back on reverted to under 20 coach Hamza until mami we busa team no musem every players and technical team to him man the technical team is divided no cry back up na divided until so ni pani bia start ka say sade o mu nyina nkwa nkwa de me no mo ya adwunu because kotoko team na da ho no obia ni ho a between appointed players we onya de ni pa register
ku amponsa and the sansem we etuju a wacheche ma niam kakra ekoso e wa Sante Kodoko team na so ya no pa ye de chire enso e de ama e fache TV kasam fonyini se nto so ye nkwenim still e wa Sante Kodoko na o fonyini a eda uskiri so ma me ndikan e ma osa clarity say picture we AI generated and the exact picture and record so e wa dakoja na mo ye de to so e de adi adanse a kire se de na niam enso e koso dakoja chandra anwumre eni enya ne ntesa Sante Kodoko training session na ekoso adako Judge Sports Complex one day prepare mo ahead of the big game at Airbus no yes metro men mako be say num APM adako Judge omo koya omo se omo nsem nyina yitiawa omo no coach friend say coach Prince Owusu a oye adwuma no omo ntiase ne ntiaso china ema ne ntena bench emfa ma Sante Kodoko team to mu be yi no edna free training grounds so on 7 fata esort not training ground staff o coach Sante Kodoko do me training ahead of game at Airbus nemo mpeni for by Nana Penkra IMC chairman oni police for ba mu ebe share restore camera eno achi no opini ne toko so eye ni training camera no kakra e fra Sante Kodoko omo so eba emu nsem no ye de edan e ojuere ni so yenkoye ni fra Sante Kodoko no yenko the Continental Club Masters phobia never say die until the bones are rotten how to focus Masoud Didi Dramani coach Edema Accra how to focus din komo e afa game at Airbus on Sunday and nearby also house for Esheni
ye nhihye a ye dia gu kwan mu a ye ko hona a league game ye hu say a league game but say the odi kan kan no e feature bi a player bi a or opportunity to play for one of these clubs who love to always see himself playing in set games into a super class in Africa and in Ghana yes so the abroad for you no yes you dey no into no em say hihye na de yeguso a hihye no say the ya hihye league matches na but afano no agaza afano tuma bi efra that attention whether you like it or not it was our attention into no yenim say weekend ya ko you know ye ne kotoko match into no ya homboa no enye and then na hihye normally no ya homboa no ye la
Masoud Didi Dramani head coach Edema Accra how to folk one and I didn't come away and so to ya de chire Edema no pay yanko and him still how to focus Kwame Opariado Ekasa Edema how to folk team on coach Karim Zito the resignation Opari Akara dia farm
exit of Karim Zito will not change our preparation tactics or the coming of the two gentlemen that are taking over Kotoko now will not change anything in terms of our preparation and our focus. The focus is to make sure that within the 90 minutes we do all the talking on the pitch.
No, and some already there the Kwame Opariado and so the two Jano pay. Yedemon Sam and so down the Union so Pareboy and how to focus see a situation it is saying injuries are a welcome wine a handful no more dear. On Sunday, you are not better. Ochire Musei.
Obi is a Rocky Jamina. He has successfully undergone his surgery, And the surgery was done at a Polibu Teaching Hospital. It was led by the renowned surgeon, Dr. Okulu Yedanasi, on any team for the good work that they have done for the player and for the team. Apart from that, he will be completely missing from the game. Apart from that, let me say that Kevin, who missed our previous game, he's been back to training and then doing so well. On Saturday, anyway, they were having a special time with the sister trainer, Jordan. Jordan, your classmate, also your schoolmate. They were having special training with him, so all of them have joined the team. And we are happy now. Thankfully, so they are getting back gradually. So we are hoping that by the time we do question, and as every day you bring it there, coach will be able to have the full complement of them.
Kwame Opariado and Edin Chichimwe Emaya Yedimunsem and so down the editu Yasebo Ewa Fisim Opariado Krona Esan Kasai Esa Sante Kotoko Omunim Nieme Kos Nemum Oman Dariti Kotokonde and also China.
As much as Kotoko wants to win and as much as we want to win, we don't know, and as we be already football Kaakyire where say, look, our own Manchester United, what is happening there? Is it different? No. Carrick, Eba and Rich, he's gone 5 matches unbeaten. But Kamana, the previous coach, were on the same material, the same players, and whatever it is. Now, Otaria now white. So sometimes, and most of the times in football, the changes in Basia, players themselves are able to tell themselves that, Charlie, we have to do it. Possibly it's because of us into the coach call. And now it's because of into the ABM24 assistant coach. So whoever that is coming in new, we have to prove a point. And even before that, players and personal motivation. Coach starts then it becomes a different story. So we have this at the back of our minds. We'll be following football. So we understand all of these things that it works in football. So you don't have to underrate the opponent.
Kwame Opare Ado Kasama for Edema Kra how to folk one and I didn't same way to do a year Jinasna for Fisam and Opain. Yet they are Pim Hana film called 4 months Sem. Yet they are to us okay. We am fast and from a bash digital satellite. And I'll pay say Ubeshe TV na face so channels ahodo say ye ball movies ahodo and watchi ubenya bibi after television is now here decoder we hear television set up fun and bibi atwan and no bash digital satellite now so ye and I'll do any HM and no pay come when a bash akotun kasana fe one adding kama we jumaku okra TVs ahodo and juma open decoder obetia connect office bi and obi abenya de ohwe bi asha bash digital satellite for any chemo ewa report Jansen Kotoko Jansen sheep mo pay won sa ka bash na fa no pay woni na din kobo say afra bash baby awo bi an obaba na fei ono so ababe din kobo kama 0556287757 na fei on bash digital satellite intime ending kobo na no pay wono ne kra ya say ye rom na fei nkofo ma so nsam na no pay yede kakra enso atu ani yen rom ntam so na yen fon 7 emfa entudwa dia Leo Andre Messi a player and so edema Inter Miami Bobo Corona unim sa opusu nyaka no Leo Messi dia tenesa ponche mo ponche wono eboahwe aye adwuma e dia ma club friends Inter Miami na Miami fo no na nke so mo do mani chem el Puerto Rico no omoko ekokosi aka Messi apra game na nya ma so ya postpone Leo Messi abakasa de chawpa ama Puerto Rico fo nyina se wopa ma chaw enya bo pa yese ba no womba nembom enji sei ena Messi edini nkomo no.
Gracias a la gente de Puerto Rico, tanto la gente que iba a ir al entrenamiento como al partido. La verdad que el último partido en Ecuador terminé con una molestia, por eso salí antes de terminar también. Y nada, junto a la gente de la organización, junto con la del club, decidió suspender este partido, así que espero que se pueda.
Leo Messi and out so didn't come away to draw. Yeah, they actually at the amount say yes statement and out there to Messi and a chow panel. Yatrana bro for kama Eddie go hello everyone. I would like to send my greetings to the people of Puerto Rico, both those who were going to attend the training session and the match. It took in kind of by or sing of a plan Eddie from game Argentina a boy against Ecuador national team enu nti na saa match ne kra no wantimi amwa wie to apamukyɛw ɔhwɛ sɛ ne manim yɛ no ne ho betimi atɔ ne ntentam so sɛ be ya match no obetuma ba besi mu aka ye rolling na so ane de mo game no initially na asanka ba so weekend ne mo mpani fo ahwɛ a postpone match na e de akwa kopi on the 26th of the month of February and as our game at Inter Miami on against Independiente de la Valle no and also ebetimi abasuntia no kakra free Inter Miami omaso ba honsem no ye de den ojumede ni same floor ye nro the EPL na ye nhwe endra games are across score line kakra and also etimi etojo na Aston Villa team no womo tena fie eto atenane baako ema Brighton womo entimi ante Crystal Palace ehefie womo ebo entenane mienu Burnley ekobo entenane yensan etimi editi omo Manchester City highlight no ena etwa ediguno Man City ebo entenane yensan ewo fia Fulham womo entimi ante Abrante ni de Antoine Semenyo once again esan enya go edema club the team elsewhere Manchester City baba be dimon come Nottingham Forest eboye against Wolverhampton Wanderers will be a antimi anto atrasa game na chi enante aba ene say owura first Sean Dyke ye jane kwan ye ba be di ho nkomo kakra enso that Liverpool ewini ye Van Dijk enya the only goal edema club the team ede Liverpool abra Sunderland enso antimi ante no games andra EPL no etimi etojana na asma mi table no se see ya ye kasai saying a league table no EPL no esi etie Arsenal e game and obo what also lead 56 points Manchester City after a win and run no one benya 53 points just 3 and a separate to Arsenal so Arsenal also kwan bia so na nyumre obutimi edin konim Aston Villa omo toso me secret 50 points Man United 45 na Chelsea toso no man omukuta 44 points and no 8 games koso no table no emu come up and ye de ema enso jumedi no na Aston Villa for no na so me call na yenhwe se de na niema esete kwan amofo enya the winning goal is still league title race the 6 points and a separate to omo now so ohwe video na ye enjoy kakra na yemra
for Aston Villa delivered by Bailey on by Mings who scores for Aston Villa
85th minute and Aston Villa for no womunya the only goal against Brighton Hove Albion medomo a winning game now you could see the euphoria and so our Villa Park and run winning and so catch Yankwe and Liverpool Van Dijk a winning in late ADT Sunderland saying and a feeling is it here.
Salah's take touch it's in Liverpool have got the goal the last touch is off a Sunderland player. Ask anyone in a Liverpool shirt if they care. They don't.
Virgil van Dijk in a goal no Edema club by friends at Liverpool Alhaji Mohamed Salah any provided assist and say Romana Fiyashe Mo Salah after assist Unyane Endrani in EPL history say OP players assist no Omaye Moa Ryan Giggs still LED 162 Kevin De Bruyne 119 Czech Fabregas Ekuta 111 Wayne Rooney 103 Frank James Lampard 102 Dennis Beckham 94 David Silva 93 NFA Mohamed Salah and Rani assist no wabe ruamu enso 93 say otoso mako 7 on David Villa at David Silva womo enso tied the next assist no next wato openi friends Dennis Beckham no kakran efi Alhaji Mohamed Salah wono so na ba mu kobo no ye de eden wodwere so Antoine Semenyo ye player Edema Manchester City Ghana need this kronkron Andra onya go na say EPL abakosem no opec Ghana for amunso akosi akan or ma set more goals in a single season Antoine Semenyo say for AFC Bournemouth NFL Man City no 13 goals anyway before that not Tony Yeboah ya goaler na in 1994-1995 for Leeds United about 12 goals on 3 IU 2015-2016 about 12 goals Edema club versus Swansea City and watch Leeds United no 12 goals for Tony Yeboah. Now also assign IABM NFA Antoine Semenyo 2024-25 or 11 to say or the cut 13 and Ghana players thing one in a single season EPL when you more goals after the game. Semenyo or enjoy life or Manchester City or bonny teammates in Abaso. Yentie Antoine Semenyo. Yenko Yanimna Antoine Semenyo voice near her a year radio. Ye the moon come kakra and so at the amount of Pep Guardiola your manager. Ede ma club ni din ede Manchester City Antoine Semenyo de no ye nhwe de kakra
that Liverpool win with a comfortable win, 3 goals and a clean sheet tonight?
Very important. That was the message from when the game was done against Liverpool to now, just backing up what we done on the weekend. It was a tough graft. We got the 3 points at the end today. We done the same thing, so I'm happy.
Anton, starts at new clubs don't come much better than yours at Manchester City. Talk to me. What's been the secret?
Eno enkobo kakra Anton Semenyo editu dwa after the game endra yedi mu nkobo eda no wie ne manager Pep Guardiola say yebusa ne say now no about 3 days ago and I'm winning over Liverpool for so many years na munyi nkonim how many days ene di answer ono boys no move free sir and ije mood ma masan abedi nkonim say na Pep editu dwa
from what happened at Anfield on Sunday.
For me, no problem. For the players, a little bit more. 3 days is not much, but it's what it is.
But you've experienced so much as a Manchester City manager, and I had a lot of people in the crowd at Anfield on Sunday who have been through a lot of emotion at that stadium. Did it feel a little bit different? Did it feel special?
Wow, many years already here. We played many times in different competitions, especially in Premier League. We won it just once, when it was the COVID time, unfortunately, without people.
Pep Guardiola and Edeka Croway Tuja also one of the Oyin who for any genuine players. It took a day answer among any genuine we Pep announced on a Pep David Ranas for no matter Pep after the man just for any did come up. Oh, who shall go now a bad game no quite Ellen Haaland fast to pass him on or Haaland as him or say Kevin De Bruyne who are quite pass you take Pep Kakra.
Are you going to be watching Brentford against Arsenal tomorrow night?
Not 3 points.
What is it?
After the game tomorrow, we'll see how many points.
Are you going to watch the game?
They have a game on hand. I will see. We'll see. Of course, I will see because we have the Brentford. And of course, Carabao Cup with Arsenal. And we're here, of course, as much you see it.
Yeah.
But so we know each other quite well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pep Guardiola and Edway Etujo, unfortunately, voice now, the actual way a different one and all cast Arsenal game no encore no after the match league table no be who say we close to gap no and I say close here Brennan ya break e be cinema before that Manchester United almost supporter Frank Elliott the other one friend said the United strand they say in itino yakọ over 495 days onyanko yi now you say within this period Abrante in itino what jai say until Manchester ebese 5 matches in a row e dey atos no na as mama benefit ahodo akwada na sense of starting side we wetimi enya walls Manchester United eguso air try as 5 games on betimi ase no yesterday Instagram followers no enipa 500,000 new and in the last 48 hours after say Manchester United antimi and we know game against West Ham no enipa 500,000 new followers and abamu abeta na che no wachi wanya major sponsorship deal ewo UK I say also him say obetimi I interviews ahodo on the Sun Daily Mail and Afia Sky Go any CNN air no and also page saying over £6,000 and so we raise it through charity or also air buona fe BBA etima konkan collaborations ahodo with players celebrities and Afia members of the United woman so almost squad ni nyina no boa ama branch na kona nim tika kra Manchester break nemu wono de ani je no kwa no guso a okoso eginania onya mfaso United hona James Milner ya de bi say open players are EPL abakosem no omabo more games and then that screen is no joint most Premier League appearances Gareth Barry ekuta 653 games and James Milner game or boy Edema Brighton or Ababeton they say the next game at Brighton ABC can former Liverpool number 7 no James Milner ABC can say wababe all-time player EPL no wabo more games and 70 Dawson Ebrena soon yebegina we so na fe ye de amana ne nsama ye de eba ya eboama ena no pa gu kan semu nsama ye de chire de amana the Daybreak ne so no ye de abana we na fe so openi Kojo Marfo ene abadwafo aba betena se na Daybreak jumadi no ene so atos ye nhye wia exactly 3 p.m. and copy 5:45 na fe extended version Future Sports no ye fa emre until then assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
unya bra. Yani the national campaign coordinator for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 2028 election, you know, and aiding komo the Honorable Osei Che Mensa Bonsu. If it's a brea kono, yanin bedin komo ne yahe. Send a campaign no koye, nyano omohwehwe no omonsa kan. Of course, because why member of parliament for Swami constituency, the Swami interchange discussion would come up. Na yedi hun komo na fe yahe going forward how Dr. Bawumia intends to position himself for election 2028. National issues koko and common yentibini nim komo a yenka ho asem. Na fe if there is a likelihood of a running mate still coming from Ashanti ebia na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne no aka ho asem. Obeye yemboa no ama yenkakra na yenso ya ye ho adwuma. The Honorable Osei Che Mensa Bonsu, Papa Mmawachi. Na me ho ye me gidi sa ho ye. Ye de nyame ase.
Opu bi aboy kakrama ase ye ni yesi. Yes idea. No danger.
Ye de nyame ase. Oni yen
so mo mabaso. And any day, Dika me ba studio.
Okay.
Na me who say my adwuma. I think the moya head it compares favorably with other stations, established stations. Cry one cry. I'm say my adwuma pa and was a bomb abaso.
Yeah, that's.
I'm hoping say be reflecting the quality of work that you do.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. I know. So your tones are frail. Waje bread now. Wabekanya.
I mean, I don't say.
Na Yanka, congratulations. Having led a campaign, day Dr. Bawumia Abba, a second opportunity for the party and also Ghana for to decide. Congratulations.
It is.
Now, how difficult was it doing it the second time?
Oh, and of course, I'm saying more. And then you had a dafom. A co-edikai. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, no, no, or yes, I and the no, he could in Kugu. Then Kugu also the bar would be a one yawaka. Ye and Yentophobia now or Santimemoha. Covenant ono kan asem was say oka tima ema eche okaka nti udi nkugu a kese obia wasmo oka de ebo aye ne say party no Ashanti region ha chairman wontumi me bona baso pa nyame a oso no dae eka se nkugu a ebaye no onye hwemu no ebebo a party no ashase no baye no report no unfortunately leaked then ko for tumo tuo chesensema as yasoma binum say ye me bastardize report no, but it was the critical watershed a my momentum and crying the national party enso te ikua na Professor Makokoi edano Ashanti region hade me na chairman wontumi ede ehwemu no hye mensa me apamfo bi eye adwuma no a omobo ama eye adwuma obeka se efe pa fiko eno achi koku bi university professor mo professors am Legon omka ho bomu ekoye mo hwehwemu International Foundation, the Conrad Adenauer Foundation. Almost so, almost the party na ebomopa. Omo na kwaye omo hwemu. Na mu say omo enso ede omo nsem ye kwan a omo adwen mu no. Gina so a ama yentimi eni nkunim. Yedi nkuguo na yenkuguo no nso so eye afimfram saa. Nti saa reports ni nyina beboa yen ema yehunu going forward no eniema wo say ye. Na say na me kan obi a odi eyi esaranim na nkuguo abana so de we den a amanfo betu bi amane no. Media minim say nkunim die ba ya sanke ye ba so ne be bona ba so
okay
zenkugu ba wo ba je wodie except that the na ya na say nsem bi o ha na investigations na eye wimu no abeka se enye no kra enipa ne bi na chinchira mbese mu chichire de shim. For instance, say bi dum ka se oye kremoni oye srimuni entina amenye ninkuni.
It's not in the report.
In wimu bi ani wa kire sa. Not the Ashanti report. Not the Okoye report. Not the Conrad Adena Foundation report. The enoni fi hifa.
How is that?
How is the truth?
That a new report means sana wa boss no bia.
What's a friend is saying report need be okay. For instance, Ashanti report. Omuka bibi say about 90% of the respondents essay enipa bi ene afa ya ban no ana wo hodada no eka ho ene ma ilusuye Ashanti report no ebe kan say just about 2%. So we saying about 2%, and so on also eka ho. The national report no says about 3% of respondents say on work. I said 3 need 2 there. Insignificant. Say you see 85%, 90%. Say if you have na momi yenfa subo no 3%, 2% mo no. E dey na kaso ni fino. On say me say o yesa hene. No ye dey na kakra de be fa no. What you say? But gene bi no mo ye no ase onunti ene me lusu ya na nya no kore. Afi ibinum e de esomsem so ye kremuni ebe shemu enya no kore. You say when timi amfa support from Zongo communities no any Muslim communities no ama kojo eno na nya no kore. Obia ohwe your results, your performance. Uko fefi 2012 kra. 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024 no. Ube hu say 2024 with Bawumia leading the party no. Your performance was Zongo communities no was the best. Because the national average of our performance in the Zongo communities no now about 40%. Uko 2012 could you go here 2012 national average for us it was around 15%. 2012, it was around 15%. 2016, any 2020, no, maybe between 20-30%. You got 40%. A stupendous achievement. You improve papa. Then now go say, oh, I want support from Zongo no ama. And just a one share data ni.
And I missed you.
I wouldn't want to say mischief, but like I said, if I can't walk as I know, read it and ye. Kojo, I buy a toy, President Mahama, he won with 1.7 million from us. Oko here 2020 results now. Against 2024. We say, yay, I want to about in 2020. I want to about in 2024. No. I'm here 2.1 million. What I say? I'm here 2.1 million. President Mahama and the NDC. The money in 2020, no, and on the money in 2024, plus just 118,000. Often say, ye beto abano. Electoral register ye be muno. Nipa from Trumudin na 2 million. So on the face of it, no, NDC President Mahama, because I'm have the stage just about 118,000, they have 120,000 from the 2 million. What you say? Otherwise, 2020 rules no, I don't know many. Yeah, then the SOT by 2.1 million. 2.1 million. No, one analyzing the year, who said they didn't go to vote for NDC. They stayed at home. You see, near Nipano or Yeno, okay, in 2016, a Kufuado, a winning year, or winning with 2.1 million, no, or winning with 1 million. No. Kojo, so here 2016, any 2012, the margin of appreciation of our votes, a Kufuado, a be charge on Mahamano. A votes now increase, you know, the 1 million, no, about almost 800,000 between 2012 and 2016. Yenye votes were appreciated by 800,000. John Mahama, when he won against us, no, increased by just what I've said, 118,000. Yeah. So it was not as if the Ghana won a NDC and Yakotuma. They were angry with us and Oman to Amai. That's the difference. And you see, Omo Kase, send me Kai and say, Bia, Fazungu community, and Afi be crowned, so I buy a toe, you know, I want me and fa a voice be in Fini Kumamba. Again, go ahead, it and Antissa. Go ahead, it and Antissa. They make us a lose by 2.1 million and to Abama, you know. Ashanti region has in Goan, Omo and to Abama in 2020. The 2024 month from my now I get 430,000. In Nipa 430,000. I'm to my Ashanti region go 2020, net 2024 month from my now that huge. Accra, I'm to my 2020, no month from my in 2024 over 500,000. What the greater Accra any Ashanti region go abomwa almost 1 million. 2 regions. I'm to my in 2020, 2024. I'm going to Abamai. So we needed now to go down to inquire into Edientina, Sani Pano, or to Abamai 2020, now man to Abamai in 2024. We'll come to that. But as I was saying, no, if you want to boots cream fee is in Krumama again, Nanya no cre. Concerning Mackay, say Ashanti in your boots to city, Greater Accra City. The 5 northern regions, almost society, who come in Abuma, almost society. But 5 northern regions, no come over say tea, just about half of Ashanti Ngwa. Just about half of Ashanti Ngwa, just over 200,000. What you say? Ashanti Ngwa 430 and Twamai. But no, and it's we are comparative terms, no. Like I say, it's really no, we are dear change. Yeah, you down south. And in particular, only region, which is northeast. All the regions in the country, 2020, I buy a toy, you know, over here 2024, 2024, the only region, was the northeast region, the home region. Yes. The team increased, they got 2020 no there and increased by 20,000. The constituency no home constituency there, any Wale constituency. Wale constituency is the only constituency the whole country. Team appreciate their votes against 2020 by 25%. By 25%. We station Obantama. Bantama esote ni constituency swami de minyano 2020 me man ko biuya ni pafufuro bae no esote. In fact, me 2016 was my best performance. I had about 63,000. Yeah. President Akufo-Addo, then candidate Akufo-Addo, had about 67,000. Yeah, caught 2020 no. Na minim say the population na increase. Ti minim so me 63,000 no. Met me at the core base 68,000. And I was looking for not less than 70,000 for the president. The trouble anyway, no, Ankobasa. The vote so by 58,000. A tip a big drew 58,000. So I lost about 5,000. I didn't hear. Once a crash be shame, independent be shame, ma MPP for him a big codinachi. And they will pull from me vote. No, pull kakra, because you pull kakra from NDC to vote, but much more from Yang, they vote. They could about 9,000. And the high, because MPP for do a bin and dinachi. And you him, yeah, about 2024. Name him say, now that independent be memono. They're not over succeeding, everything being equal. Kawase or no betimi a chemu 2016 the minya no 63,000. Na 67,000 and a year per crowd. No so bet brosa. What they could 70,000. If you actually not rather than about down to 51,000.
Which is lower than the
Mimic West performance. What do you say? 51,000. I didn't see it. What the best or no about for no. So it tells na near mess. Sanya mano ena yehunu enema esi you know from aboni efia bonten bebo yen yeah economy no and so management of the economy and other things party no ankasa nso mu nsem if you must admit sikasema na baba party mu ni manema what you say internal organization na fa ko sikasem too much then is zebia to NDC ya omso mo hwemu as a country we must look at that because here a bit breaky a democracy no
the money
democracy a bit breaky up our democracy anyway so eno wasem enana yende e trust be address now to win back the confidence of people because we lost because the trust that the people of Ghana had in us na abriki ena man e basa na bufu e bae bufu no e be governance issues against the party but we had na we address it say edidija bufu no e bre na esa Kojo one policy abai na nye abai no boapaye say anase timodin semo babia no manisi kasemo kono after COVID after Ukraine war na started a be shaky economy no government wanted to save the economy because it was slipping down slope and no can we been introduce you say domestic debt exchange program DDEP DDEP no when many people are involved Kojo one more amount haircut over 840,000 close to 850,000 say one more obia wo dependent back on you say 850,000 that's 1.7 million sankofono mo bofu yen sankofono domestic debt exchange programs those who were involved the just a hardcore MPP for the Bakotuabano. Now maybe you not get 10% of that number the Bakotuabano. The rest of them they decided seven Kotuaba.
I asked a couple of times, sir, the performance of the NDC in the next 3 years a determinant of whether Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia leading MPP ebe back power a bill. So se okona wanya it may not be on the basis that yem peno but the performance of the sitting administration. Now, how do you defend that?
Undoubtedly. Say abayimbi out is what performance a bet say into also and as me into also. What you say? It should be part of our calculations. So, me so far no, NDC they are doing well in the microeconomics of this country. And you will be so be send your city in the city no, it is true. City no above See, like I say, stabilize it. How was it achieved? That's a different conversation. But that, it has climbed down significantly. We must all acknowledge that. Effort to know what do you come? Is it sustainable? Is it sustainable? That's a different conversation. Because you're reducing it to say amount for better. Abayi or the mining dollars and never see the knock on Masen see the no bedding. Ebesi January year, you know. Now Abano injected close to $14 billion to keep the city thriving. $14 billion. MPP Wohono, no so Yansunia the dollar Kakrabo city knock on, but it was in the region of about 300 million, 250, 300 million every quarter. What it meant was that Afenosono were injected about $1 billion. But now, a year 14 billion is serious.
Some conversation.
Yes.
The business community as someone mubisa, and the other Ghanaian people ne say no be my hen. You see, Kojo, what is happening now? We are experiencing growth in the microeconomy. What you say? And Tibia, interest rates above from inflation above from, which is true. Exchange rate and also above from the city now has regained some strength. And no crescer. But true development, true growth in the microeconomy should translate into growth, development in the other sectors. And they say we are experiencing growth in the micro sector without development in the others. Development in major places near Hifa. In the economy, we finance if you are the major players, industry, agriculture, energy, education, health. How are we faring in those sectors? I wanted to say agriculture, it is saying. But the agric minister 2-3 days ago, the performance of the sector to the extent of saying that
yes, that is true. That is true. At what cost? I was with Dr. Baumia, up north. They don't even have buyers. They don't even have buyers. Now, and yet say a bua keke. One near Okodo ne buy fu, Akofa by day for a can Hokoye Jumano. By day cost na saying as unto you. Now because a net dollar number for Munintino. As I was say, he's forced to bring the neighbor down. Even that, people don't have money to buy. And they're calling, buy there, almost sure go abobo ya munom de kujum. Nobody is buying, no outside the coffee. Ebi say, Ujani jom ho, amu baby amu renti nom de go ho. O renti ya na ochino aso wa kutua. Obe kono obi aso anto. So the farmers are crying up north.
Is it that?
Then you are demotivating them into the next farming season. How can you phone? Because you're here on your skin dry. Bessie Uncle Boy and your skin dry. That is the issue. The issue of cocoa. Oh, as someone wow bekan without analyzing the situation here. And I bekan you say the MPP for Bona Mutia at that time no at 3,600 one can 6,000. We didn't talk about the world market price. We didn't talk about the exchange rate. We say what capital say to buy 1 2 say the farmers should manage now more to 20 yema and a fee I could be a even the 3,600 now already produce buying companies na ko tono so a fee because of the strength of the city against the dollar. What you say? But the problem is, I feel now because I don't know why I better so. What is also I'm telling you, I'm a small cocoa in Ivory Coast. That's the difficulty.
But the explanation chief executive Nedem is to say that Omu inherited over $32 million debt previous administration a job into already they are working from a hole to rise.
Yes, sir. See, it's a small kind of minimum free back. Aban bia ewo NPP NDC koko no na ne omoye ne say omoye ne friend forward sales so na ebia eno waje ehusika what you say nti what they were doing NPP ni NDC ewo first no yenso buy from Upuni no time JB Dubai, and what Cocoa Board has been doing, they pledge to sell 70% of our produce. When me use our price no, at their guaranteed price na my farmers no. What you say? Ye be few no. Eriko Poku as the chairman of the ranking member on the Agri Committee said that's our policy in here. Why? Na ye be fi na world market price na ekoso. So, nti oye say forward sales na yin nti no. Ama we sisi farmer no. Nti we shouldn't do it that way. And so yes spot sales. Nti omo buy no e na omo flip the percentage na ye no. Normally we sell 70% upfront. Yeah, get 30%. Yeah, and the atono spot. And the young say, Bonaba for more. Because a toner, a bona also mean tino. What you say? You are able to cushion for the loss. Say a bono cost runs you don't lose because then your margin will improve. I'm buy no flip away. Say, but 30% upfront and do 70% spot sales. Because now a bono omba and a bono kosoro. Unfortunately, the past 6 months a bonus started before. That's the problem for them.
Yes, but Enra, the former presidential staffer PV Jantwa, argument was that at the time more ecoji syndicated loan na cocoa dodoa esese mo de kon mo ntimi amfa anko continuously for 2 years and this I can abeda ho a won aban
rollover no, it's always been there. When Akufo-Addo came no say ofa sa the rollover deficit I buy at the time no now it was close to 50 million cedis, $50 million. And yet 32 million now one cannot. It was 50. So go back. And come of and you know, okay, yes, now we go for figures never now it's equalization. No, that's why I can warn him saying no. Say, I said this is the first time I see when we came, the deficit in the roll back and it was about $50 million. You don't complain because that is how cocoa sales no echo. Is it the right thing to do? I need another conversation. I need a come of what you say. But sir, you know, it has always been there because say Okoyene say a born for more. That is where an oba. They say no my you know. On say the Sengomo forward says no Kesia. Kebisho Kra say now be about 100 million. What you say? But and I say I need another conversation. But the point I'm making, and they say there are real problems. On Senkomwe because of the issue and now already say because of the performance of NDC, can we win back the trust of people? Now make a say I don't know more than be sustainable. What you are saying? We are witnessing
the cocoa matter.
Yes.
Say Oshe situation is say there are conversation around say and the finance minister Nkomo Obedino a bit me abase cocoa pricing or better so to be able to pay the cocoa farmers. Is it the way to go?
The difficulty is twofold. What is our Oh, say because we didn't caution a produced by us no. Omatono prices in that omatono. So what you say? Omato in that season it be and omato that. Is that what is what? How are you going to pay them? Better on price so. Oh, that difficulty. The second one I make and I say immediately I because what is no. Na a drastic a crazy. They smuggle the cocoa to Cote d'Ivoire. They smuggle the cocoa to Cote d'Ivoire. Because they say no. Unfortunately, and now, see no, I'm what they against dollar no. But now 18. Auto the same. I call 16 no. Say Ota nanko nyamo in city terms. And then see no why didn't no. Oh mano, okaso command a lower price. They will get everything to Cote d'Ivoire.
But the Greek minister has a different opinion. Not 7 said Cote d'Ivoire ne other nearby countries no so omwatete omodiaso.
Cote d'Ivoire it is what against the CFA what you say. And also matching against Owodie. What you say? And also matching against Owodie. They say if you say gold. World market price a cost. I establish a gold board. Now or more top. If you could be no, imagine na a cost. And nay I can say gold price per ounce is in the region of about $4,700. To koto, let's say also otono a 4,000. Margin no a 700. You can buy at 4,700. Untiminto because there sinipa kono se bia me fa so o export to second bebom nti bia o man se bia 4,500 4,400 you'll be happy na so man 4,000 obeso go adin dia ko nti if you enter the industry here gold koko kura good bags mu nkrofo smuggle dia ko no na gold ekita wo bi hunu sabi say and all of a sudden they started, smuggling the gold again because price na was our form a chain Yamotono Ivory Coast. That's the reality of the times. So it's not only in our Greek sector. Nya Greek in Gua, they be a also na make say sikana omudi feedi cedi no. Kojo contractors, road contractors, they omoka about 20 billion cedis. What do you say? Na me ka say yen ho ne enso me ifidi dollar ne kakra. But about $1 billion every year. And now be spending 14 just to keep the city healthy. Say who treat sikana odi $50 no. Who treat no say consumption money. Ka $14 billion no. Who yimu $2 billion. E di tuya contract for no car. Ka undi omoka. See yen fish no. See didn't say go do 16 cities. But yeah bano ye be fish na it was trending downwards to the extent that at the time fish it was about 1420 or so, yes. 1425 or something. What you see? And you see some managing is managing no with $1 billion and feeding it. Kabu was a bit trendy aba. Minamim say see the na ho de na nka say jana nka beba be 13 maybe 12 15 13. What you see? Can they achieve the same purpose? That would have freed the 12 billion over 12 billion. No?
Is it to say the investment omode buama cedi no ejina no
I disagree with them. I disagree with the method. A occasion the drastic fall no I feel people keep no. What do you say? There's a lot of artificiality involved.
Artificiality?
Yes. Say and yet common practice now we and the young say come omunya e be say ade no aban no dollar number na sen shoot. There are these occasional spasms. Na sen shoot.
So these are the challenges administration.
These are the challenges.
But for anybody who would call for the sacking of the chief executive, what in the bayage of Fukubo?
Well, any day. Say mobile they were playing politics. I feel a reality check. Abba. as to whether they want to get rid of him or not, it's Aban Asema. I wouldn't want to go into it. Randy, 1997 to 2000, he was my very good friend. And I said, because we don't connect as we used to do. Randy used to be the chief host of the Choice FM.
Choice FM, okay.
Fred
strict proof.
Yeah. Now those days, apart from Joy, I'm gonna a talk show. Oh, Accra. Now it was maybe even better than a Joy and Sana Kona Dumo Bemuno. What you say? And the nominee programs by what you say. And if it's doing well. No, maybe me kebi. Let's leave it to Abana. Abana if you say yeah, they would let him be there. Since some feel say he's embarrassing Abana.
But his performance for you at the same.
Oh, I'm not too comfortable with. Me can say outrageously bad, but he feels he needs to, up his level of performance.
Anyway, so you talked about contractors in the car and they were so yes. It would lead me to Swami.
The contractors, no, I make say, Sikano, Sabano, or buy a finino, and we use 1 billion, and you're managing 1 billion. If I said 1.5 billion, would have brought Winnie down to about, and then be about 13, 12.5. Also, person keep at 10, 50. And into now also force now, would the dollar no issue more. And so, I know, and now, or yes, and ye now can trend downwards. Certainly, came Martin. We January now, from all indications, any dealing futures, now I'm say a bit trended down. Abba, be 12.50. To me, 12.50 crank a year. Nankia Sebu says, Ghana, ye a show sitting up. So, by force, ye shown up. Or Simu Jamia, a pedal Muslim man, Pejamu, Jinawa. What you say? And now, yes, sir, says Sikano. I don't know, Unis can find to a teacher for Kano. Unis can find to a nurse's worker. Contractors and say, oh, you know to your mocha. It oils the economy. It is capacity system. A bino way ambition, say road development in Corpus, pay any giddy pa. What you say? Until Mikai say, a honorable governance or buy near Macross, a quainby, Kutukum, net bridge or Fin River, that bridge, say, or buy within 3 months. They were able to complete it. I was so happy for him, for government. Some yes, Kutukum or no offering in a summer former youth and sports, the constituency. And they had thought he was injecting new breath into the system. I feel na oyako die because na say abana nkasa so mo be big push. Scan away. Say kemu 2 billion. Say contractors no. Edwuma dia mo dada. Mo ya mo nwie. Hwe be ti say be kwai. Kwan ya mo so mo ye. Na flowing from Santasi interchange na Santasi no about interchange na say be no. And na to aso akwa. Omo de na chi no mark of Job. And we buy kwan mu sa no 4 lanes up to Anyankwanta nke ye interchange wo ho because the new outer lane ebefa the outer ring road ebefa Kumasi ho no I want to kofa from Ejuso and because nke ye no mu ho no kofo time na nkomo be ye no na nke fa mile 6 na nka e fi nkranba e fa Aprade hono. They abandoned it because a year mokoye no scam kutua na fe kupie so utum kutua compensation. What I said, they had to abandon it. And I'm mama say a second ring road. I know Anita Hotel Nechi. Now call round that. I think Mampontin side ho will be pie just before him crew. So now a bit pie Anyankwanta. Na anama sa kisi sa friend say Anita Hotel on American. That's the outer ring road. nti some be ya anka wonye sika ediye na say ko osunyane me hu say mo ye am ye ring road osunyane, which is good. Sika na we kwen way we are stuck,
but government says so sika enough to do the big push project.
We are looking at it.
See,
at least mobilization kakraba. What is it?
But for
until me kase kase sika no kombetimi asebu dia yesa ne ma no. What you say? Sika no ho anka ayi your friend saying the reserves are ye na close to 33 tons from 8 tons. They call about 33 tons no. Oba what kakra be kan about 1 ton abeka ho. Commendable. Me commend a buying say obema sa gold pages no, the legal regime in the gold board. I don't agree with the composition of the gold board because if you say all the experts, commodity traders, those with experience in it, never populate board with Ankobasa.
You've never hidden from that position.
Yes, Ankobasa, but that we provided an effective legal regime there. I must commend the government. Your manifesto muno, you can see a better structuring. We didn't talk about gold board, but I can say a better structuring, a better legal structuring. So it's about the same thing, even though you are naming a gold board. Until I say no day, oh my idea. However, now won't mean shoring up the currency and won't mean intino. I feel your gold reserves, no, and I was dwindle. At about 18 tons, no. Gold reserves so tier. Sikanachi bano. The spine of the currency, no, and you render your currency naked, and also could lead to further tumbling of the city. Once people see can any support, because one of the things that now a man it means sustain, say reserves no so, it was growing, and I thought that by now no, with the establishment of the gold board, maybe and was a number 50, or at least bare 40. What you say? Amasa to say the you do 18.
I was avoid you so I didn't come on Facha television Daybreak Jumedie so and way. The Honorable Osei Mensa Bonsu, the National Campaign Coordinator for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 2028. And Yanino Edin Komo and a former Member of Parliament for the Swami constituency. Honorable Swami interchange. And a home como I remember say I can't want some a bribia etwam and the minister says yentimi nya no said the design no but ye be ye said the be am ho be hen han mo na ye nya ska ya to aso fi say omo am pesika bia emu ho a ye de ye so am interchange then one pesika emu.
I'm surprised.
You are surprised?
Yes.
What it means is that
that's why the agreement came to Parliament. And Anabu Abuja, now he was there. That day, Naniya agreement, he was there. In fact, the Anabu Muntaka, and now Sada Naniya agreement, Nimbono, now NDC for my brain, Omoko. And the Muntaka, that's why it was no. So that's why I interchange yes and no. I can't was my kaka. And T. Missumi Kumasini. Nti mesre say mom yenye bibia kram yenye interchanging agreement no, and we did it. It was July 2023 and the one say Anabu Abuja be kase ya mpisikengo. I'm sorry.
Is it that most sign contract no expecting say sika no be ba na sika na ama ana say sika no buy na go account?
No. What happened? Say contract one is saying the contract signature there is the executive name. Now ba na ratify agreement, you know. That is the procedure.
Okay.
And the abiding would go and execute the contract. Now ba na ratify. Say ratify it will not have any effect. And that is what we did. Abano koye. They went and initialed it in a buy. And executing the agreement, you know, and you say the great acquisition, yes, in America, the contract in America, and he maybe also the proper, you know, say the constitutional language, you know, executing the contract. So let me use it, you know, but in actual fact you initial number na parliament I ratify afina edim. That is what was done. Now ye no na ye ne IMF no nkomodi na bem. You see country now wokoje saade na fini ho no. So say wo hwe wo say IMF no ma clean bill of health. Na say scan me ma wo betumi tua. What you say? Nti na ene ma de no ekusaye.
Okay.
What you say? Anyi for na ye adwuma wo e fene saying so I mean interchange ne company be na
Rango phone
no it's been contracted to Rango. The original main contractors in here for a contractor. Yes, contractor for no fi here. No fi Brazil. Good. Nti emre yes ano mo yes yen so be kaya ni akoje sika free African Development Bank and they koye a kwan bi from bunsu ho akofa friend say lake no so akodon kokrom side ho ni akoje say sika no nti ko ba say ene sa adwuma no yentimi nye no kitikiti within their 2 years nti no ene say sika na da ho no ene na ba hit account yenyimu bi na nke emfa meye we so amedie no so na so amiska na ba na yidi akoshem obeka ya ene ma NDC for omwo parliament Eastern region caucus no ekoye press conference bi say omwo mpene mi ngo iska na ma so amene say iska no Eastern region project as if say Ghana a federal country.
Is it different from the last time you didn't come out can say na sika bi wo ho nti mukodi hu nkomo ma ye bi ba ya omde be ye eno no ye say you know say sika no okay but they were eno ba say emma no eno me say okay any bypasses na ne be ye to continue the dualization of Kumasi road no say ne awe akosi ajuso ne say ye be dualize na nka akosi bypasses na omo ye numu ewo konongo ho so atwa akofa dwaso akiri ho na akobon nkoko de enu so then so ofi nkoko ofi nkranba obedu apagya junction say can you say the kwan fa chibi ene beto okofa besi bunsu ho no is supposed to be dualized na besi ufri efere saying bunsu junction abc anyinemu a onso maye omo de ekwan no etutu akiri ho ene besi asamantam for ye ho no na afa nyina mochi enemu na besi nkoko kwan mu bi ndi eno so no na ekopeska about half of it the first phase na eno aba na ka se nyingo yibi emfa ma yewi so ndi contractor for no be start no na ke se sika no isi region for no ka so mo mpene mi yengo yi no ena ma ebeka ho ena yese ni yenyi sa sika no bi emfa me start and contractor for no so na che se so mo ye big company wo Brazil. Tomo ye say ne mo akopɛ ska from their parent abeye na ska na buy their ma wo. Unfortunately so okay back home almost the president na wodi eche ni nya problems tina afia ma de no esa but ska na ankasa ya koje ye hu agreement no be it's still there tina make us say anabo abojaka say ska no wo ho na ye ntimi access
we can't access it because of Sasementi.
So then the minister is right when he says so I'm in touch.
Was he Yankopisi Kebia Meto?
Government of Ghana money.
And I make a say was say Yankopisi Kebia Meto. That is where I disagree with him. Okay. Because Parliament has signed a ratify agreement, you know. What you say? If you are saying so, it's kind of like a pen, you intimate assassin is say the ABI, the government Ghana Sika, a shame. Now Scanaba, you did a share a man's game.
Okay, so we are unable to access because of DDEP.
Now, no, because of the DDEP, because of the IMF the negotiations.
No.
Ultimately, I'm also crata. I say, me patient and what on what I say. Me yara for no, ne what on. And the affairs cannot demand or bit me to ya. And yes, bilateral donors, name face can. That is how it is.
The concerns from Unyanuma Omwam Rashibi Drum say, abain to me or ta the designs. They said you all can say sika ni ho nti obeye bi e chire yi omu nyesika omu atoa so no. Omu so omu ne no anya adwen. Is it your position as well?
Sika na ekoje ye no. Na ye for the 4-tier interchange. So, nti say wo say sika no e bia enso ye. Ase mentimi asese. Ndi wonim say ayi GOG sika kwa na mede di mameye 3 answer. Mentimi asese finally ya be ye 4-tier na. What can I say is different?
But that's the position of the minister.
No, not really. Because I don't know what sika no enso no. Se wo tie no so kwa akira. Wo se o no be save no. Omo de betwa so afie agusuakuru akosi akom. Want to ask him.
Okay. Yensan tie share the video ni bi. I'm sure it's ready so that you na ehu asem.
Agusuakuru junction ho no. One say there is a friend saying and was say saade no from agusuakuru junction no omo betwa so akosi akom. I didn't even understand it very well because if you agusuakuru e kwa say do carriage no ho. E kwa akosi francho. So if you francho kono akosi akom no na how the do carriage no enye. But I think what he meant was make say omo de outer a ring road be ba. Me giri say na opese o kire say omo ya akosi sa outer ring road no be we see no. So which is beyond once make say just say we drew a friend say ahinkro. And I believe that is where he was even talking about. And that is what it is.
Right. Now, for you, it's a concern. A lot of people think that role I will play on the MPP campaign, government. Now, up till now, Swami. A worry. Anytime I only will be being comments, how do you respond?
Oh, see, I'm saying, yeah, governance, yeah, pay brain tiasi. They seem to think say we MP no, when I was say okoye development. Wo dey the advocacy. O kan ho asem. Yes, mpenisi aboso ba na ma japa ye ho. O kan ho asem ma baba na wo. Aba na beti wase say this is a concern for the people of not only Swami, but Kumasi nyina. Because ayi Swami interchange no traffic na wo ho no. Kumasi ebi entisa ebi ni baby ah. What you say? One because of magazine. A whole major arterial road. Neko Yiji Eko through Mampong. Neko Tamale Eko. Neko Wa Eko. Nini na ifio. Sa node no. Ena bifurcate into all these places. Wafa Benkum Akofa Sunyani Akofa Bebieni. And it's a major intersection. And he said, oh yeah, we separate traffic now. Bema any pa no pa traffic movement no akosui. That was my concern. But what can I say? I don't know. Matthew. No say baby I could read no. Say agreement maybe. And the baby anyone made my yebi. I don't know. And don't forget say the president of the time. President Nana Dangwe Kufuado. Ono neba ebe cut his sword. And this ah. Would you say na dream upon say obagore hwana. He meant it. But you see you know na ama ibi ko twa bayra hu no ama bayra na ntimi amo. What you say? And I would continue to urge the minister. We say anyasa NDC amobaye beye Pokwasi interchange. Sana 3-tier. Pokwasi interchange. Na 3-tier. Yenye baye no na ehun say sika na omode 3-tier no. You between the same money aye 4-tier. Na mo akwata die ni mu ma mo alter adne ma no ye 4-tier interchange at no cost. What you say? We there ya beye design for 4-tier. We say obetiso aba 3-tier. Na skeni ho. And then so agreement we are that and then I make us say so justifying it.
Omo sika omo wo say ni betimi aye up to 3. Na actually omo nya bia omo atoa so.
So then maybe say open year Can you say Parliament can agreement na ye no e 40 yes ye intimi assess ye ntino e dey aban sika na o ye 3 no sika no be to ya count mu a ye be 40 na ka wo kan say to be clear in everybody's mind but the chain no ka say na yi e friend saying infrastructure demolition ni compensation bi o kaka afa mu which I thought say I was even ye because you see Kojo many would di san komo no so be kaya say police station ho so me police station ho shops are no mo ye ho me can say wa bra ye side design ho no I design e be fa ho na obi nso akoma e kwan say yenye shops ho 2-story 3-story the shops now ade no nso ho no nanye sa bebia no mo ye nanye police was as you right of way no me could see sa shops nephew whoever did that make cancel several stations they can say me dey aban no banner station I wouldn't worry because who him say ade ye say the be kwan
no acquisition
the same a former place
yes
capital radio ho Georgia runabout it's supposed to be a friend saying intersection no say you be ye interchange ho will be quickly akoye project ho ama filling station no anomo me nti me kaye radio so say papa na ye no onhwe ni ye yes Kumasi development and more person more hinder Kumasi development. The man got somebody to call me behind the curtains. So many and CBB and I was a friend now me discussing. So no great name in bakro. And what I said no, it had no malice towards him. I mean about Kumasi development. Because sir in that ring road no. Doctor any time.
Yes.
And yes I
remember Doctor Anna.
Anything you two anglaga carpenters be free ho. I don't call Sokoban Wood Village. To that first interchange, you know, I want to go. But I can't go junction. So be a coji musica. I'm a coye story building. Ye be ye unim sardine ye be ya. Uzi ye be demolition musica. Government should be strict in these matters.
Now, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, when the Nkomobi that if there can be consensus building, as I say, parliamentary. And are members of parliament, there are people who think that there should always be an opportunity. Think of a contest. Is Dr. Baumia in support of opposition?
I speak for myself.
But you
say I've been consistent. I've been consistent in this. See, democracy was here to about. We should understand that democracy. It doesn't mean that at every turn changing our here to about. Democracy, a useful appendage of democracy, a consensus building. Say be kaitia pamo, ni nyina ka say o ade ni say be boa. Otherwise, Kojo political party organization. Article 55 of the Constitution. The internal organization of political parties should conform to democratic principles. That is Article 55, Clause 5 of the National Constitution. But here, Article 55, Clause 9 of the Constitution, a catcher will say, the National Executive Committee of a political party shall be chosen from all the regions of this country. The operative word there is chosen. And Kasa shall be elected. So you see, democracy in just a change was all your election. Now you see, young NPP for NDC for Article 55 clause 9, we are guilty. Guilty here and say, you're quite election, you are not able to satisfy Article 55 clause 9, see a new from all the regions. Now you're guilty, NDC for guilty, you'll be ending in a young one. What you say? And what I mean is that because you call me, BB striking me. You striking me and say, constituencies are near hold up north. No, ana yewo MPs no ebia ye twen MPs na bo so do mo call primaries bia and we have lost the seats. We have lost the seats, including baby a city bia ne enwoni da ana crash bi ba ya ko gina ya or win seat in mind for the first time. Obi winning for the first time the constituency where akono. The next time 5 people went. Can I no so no obi a ho nya akono obi akora nko. Obaji ye ni afi nipa num ne ko ye say eko contest. Eko contest no. Ewie no na party ni mu acheche. We have lost that seat. And all the seats are near war north are losing no. E be call contest. The only person or call contest or winning and also call winning general election. Matthew Yindam Pandai. But no, once I know lose election. Dada. O lose 110 and o bounce back. On the contest here or winning and your money could Supreme Court can grab as a nego. What you say? Until he was not even a sitting MP. Onona, what me winning primary is not the buy. All other sitting MPs who went through primaries, have lost the seats. Because we know, constituency. Is that what we want? Central region, here wo in Kunya, Edumiensa, 13 seats. This is Akafo. Ministers, deputy ministers, they don't call contest. We have lost the seats. The area no na. Until me kase. We say be year. Man kase enforce constituencies no. We say be year with the number of seats I want. Say be year, case by case. Nanka yem build a consensus. Ye ni party for na work constituency hono. Yen ki trim pam. E bia na MP no ye bibia ne ho nya akono. And I say, what's the party in Chassis? Our constituency. And then I say, different. Sentence I know ye bonibia dear. And Master say, Got yen trust in any the constituency party no Casa. Say, Bushan for baby, I don't know. I really need to keep you more. Or we are in Imra was on 88 and I feel up to 50. Sunday.
The position of some members of the party, say, yes. And none say, MPs no do no a support to Dr. Bawumia campaign. Ntina o this crusade here to be able to retain on.
Oh, let's say you support on.
But some do no support.
Asama many working and Razim and I Nazim.
What kind of consistent?
So ni power kasa no then he doesn't know change means. Can you know kai so we minority leader of so protected MPs no. What you say? Okay, leader no so protected MPs no. The bare majority leader, okay, so protecting MPs. No, the point I'm making is that Mr. Starting make us ask me more than 20 years ago.
Mo winning election, me come winning as in being the campaign coordinator for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. There's a video ya site where Dr. Bawumia Chamaun Jumia Kwaba na Oka say incoming. Then the issue is that or no or endorse no or no or support no ana. Dr. Bawumia was making the choices every.
But it was supposed to be in a lighter vein.
Okay.
Stephen Amwa Okono. Obi anka say incoming finance minister. India knows. Was you sir? You have elected not to hear that one.
I sincerely mean who so call.
Because incoming finance minister. I mean, sometimes you lighten the mood of the place with these jokes.
And yet to say or no or support.
Me cancer.
The other day, we bizarre about being contesting the position of national chairman. Emma can say again this issue about consensus buildings. Enkoyeza or namna or your campaign there. Are you looking at running a contest? National
the catcher will say Article 55 Clause 9 of the National Constitution say in choosing our national executives, you make efforts to have all the regions represented. I insist to say election na yeno and why inside.
Okay.
Until me say many parties di san common say we should be building consensus. After all, what my show woman. English Abuchi, what is a Conservative Party? Omokoye election. A party executives. What do you think? The Prime Minister, no, and also the party leader, even if he's a shadow Prime Minister, or no, any choose ni leaders. Oh, near no yana dangerous. Dangerous, I say. Oko elect you be a traho. A few body say early Congress. Oko electing the Pacono Traho, and a Kajoza, nipa na signal say, Omobe presidential candidate, mini penny. In your own penasem, you try to frustrate the person. And the biana, ever pattern. Is that what we want? Oko America, Donald Trump, party no. The third day, and obey appointee the chairman. Then his fundraisers, and the organizers. What I say? That's how the parties are run there. Almost central administrations. The central administration manned by professionals, active on daily basis, 24/7. What I say? The BNC constituency honor now about the attention. If they have to respond, or more communicators, or more research officers. Parties, no, that is how they are run. That's what I think.
That at the national level, the leader, as in Dr. Baum Panumia flag bearer, as he said, as he said, Unya Akwenya, now or appointed national chairman.
So we have Buchinuma. In fact, parties in the US, they don't have a general secretary. Because the administrator at the center, more or less, always secretariat work, and he manages the secretariat. What I say? Oko News Abuja, Labour Party, Conservative Party, Sanity, Republican Party, US, any Democratic Party, Sanity. That's how parties are professionally run. Yes, system no. The communist type of organization of political parties. And Yakofaba no. What do I say? But in those places, you know, it's the Secretary General who rises to become the president. I don't know. Anyway, so we see some people also say, so yeah, but it's not broken. Don't managing it. I think if you have to do it that way, also it means tweaking your makakrakra, including going forward. Every card bearing member. I'm a trouble. What I say,
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, how does he intend to unite the party going forward?
Oh, let me first say a man of strength, kakra. Oh, say previous time no, unya close to 63%, as say about from to about almost 57% indeed. Some people will say, oh, I say, na holding the party in Swati. I don't think so. The entire Mamikasa and say the other time, but yes, 2023, I'm say he won in 185 constituencies also. I think 185 or 187 constituencies. In the 270, some 275. So he won, I think 185 or 187. This time around, Babenya out of 276, Babenya 232. What does it mean? It means that many more people have bought into the Baumia project. When the Nanu Ishia no Noeka, or say NDC in Parliament, no more super majority. Now 232 against 276, the NHS and one of them go super majority. So you see, about 84% of constituencies now buy into the project, unlike previously. No. So, indeed, when young or more, share maybe to say Greater Accra. Now, the previous time we are 19 out of the 34 constituencies, and Ray 32 constituencies. Never support on out of the 34. Never support on. Indeed, now they know a massive. Kumasi Ashanti 45 out of the 47, and the support on. Uti region 9 out of 9. Western North the previous time we lose here. So Western North now only 2 constituencies better one winning. Western region he swept every place. About previous time the Western region we lose here. And now you see say party no nipa do no and supporting the cause. as I'm saying, is been able to increase the constituencies now to 84% from the 70, was it 74? Was it 74, 73% the previous time? And they say, I just say, or greater support. Having finished with this, what's the way forward? The way forward, and they say no, they made in an acceptance speech, or say after competition, there should be cooperation. Until we need to have some cooperation, say they build the reconciliation in the various constituencies. Party, a form of constituency level. The constituency over here now, we see we and I made a man to about my Belmia. And he passed me, see, and I can support and you pass me support when the enemy make on the other side. Nipan and winning, yeah, but we are winning him. But by na at the Kenya better constituency. We need to patch up. Sani man, what you say? We could D a brand champion cheap because no believe in him. We could D Kennedy or here Japan cheap because no Abia will believe in him. A bichum, Kabla, a Japan. So, Nipa be could do much here. Be na sincerely no more believe in him. Tinam could do how many MP before? Obi bet my catcher was a Bomiana had Nicoy no. And go for you can dear. But Miss Rosie had Nicoy be near when you until I'm missing them support to Ken. I sent them support to Brian. I say when the Jesus was here changing. Oh, the basis of the Bacono argument no a flawed. And your papa, and you're no correct. But you see, with a sincere heart and so, and if he say, no, I'm not supposed to hear when the power, they are not supposed to be from. Those people, bringing them together shouldn't be difficult. What I say? But Nipani being so very now, he's not discussing issues. Na koya tem the DNA, the Umian and Crow for amount supported by me, you be no to baby money. What I say? I dear wouldn't cry. So we chairman Sabons were very grateful. Ni pass me secret to come, you know, mano. And you know, what the radio so come? What the radio so come? But we need, you see, Kojo, as some monsoon the crane say, it can't be a say, yea, MP4. Research, you know, say, Yaka and Wabumono, and you know, very solidly united behind the party's flag bearer. Yaka and Wabumono, yeah. Crampono, our own strength, no, and my young cross the 50% threshold. Our own strength is being calculated to be around 47%. Do we think I'll be here floating voters? I'm a count. What I say? That's why united in Pono. We hear floating voters. There's one thing united here. I went out my winning. Until you see, paradoxically and ironically, even those within the party na professional opposition, you still need them. You still need to win them back. Because if you are not misguided, but I did bring everybody back. I see the demeanor of Papano, DMB, Dr. Mamu, so Ope and Kabomu. The say, someone there will be attacking, including him descending on his wife, attacking the wife. You know what is it? On Ubira no Dakro. I can't assassinate that. That is not his nature. Yen is soon in the banana. And a boy, ama etimi akasama. And ra, me feeling crying. And you know, me maybe shy. I'm an old time member of your party. Mrs. Fencing. Equam. Rose Equam. Wow. Many the shy. And I'll catch him say, Inipa Munubi. Yen from no Moncasa. Omuye, Bomianco Fording, and some more cannon. Yen from no more Encasa. William said, Enra was the first I mean who's the same ameno or a quabrini. I'd always assume say we and cry and as infant. So minimda and also a better constituency of the Yejumapa. Because we need to work. And you see, there's goodwill coming up. And nipa eba efre papano ni phone so omo eba ni fie ebe manamu ebe sheno den no the people from all over the country. I mean, sure, why are there with you? We think we can win. Some businessmen, some chiefs, some pastors, and so on and so forth. I mean, cross-section representation. And the Areshimu say reconciliation no in fact, just in Ra now or Kase Yimputu a team be together. We're discussing some of the names. And also a day a team be calm. And he means business. Say bit me a shot, see any many ya. Now yet me a yes, sir. So the bear, a Jumana cano, a wedding monodoso. Niameno walking in a maker NDC for us and say, Nema or Moyeno. They can't help the country. Any other dinner. And it's not to say NDC a weak party. They are not. We need to unite solidly behind him. Now, a team because NDC is still a formidable force. And yes, I'm more about they are a formidable force. Yeah, they are to range them. I say, now into the next battle. No, it will be only no more echo.
Uguswa Oshe wo Fache Television Daybreak Jumedie Millennium Constructions Adaroma and yede Ebrel sa na Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics Ekanye Homa yede Jumedie Ebrel leader a couple of things and comfort do relate to issues of partisan politics and yeah they almost nim say we will be a agudie hu nsem wani eje hu. But are you worried about local league any kwanya pandronage no etie? Because Kotohone has a basu weekend, but I'm sure onti hu de bia.
Enra me nam kwanso no me bedu airport anajo no me coffee kana me ofasi a obefa me an yeko na ne kamu radio the two station be na more can once. Otherwise I have not heard. We need really to elevate our game. One and then can any see infrastructure. And I'm not sure say we make infrastructure once because at least training facilities AstroTurfs are buying or koyeno ejayeno clubs no anye bi no they can avail themselves to be a back one amino ebi amekwa umetima kwa adopt back bi e dia yomo home ya enti se kane no a na nke ko he bola e ko he no ubi kan Sakura Park so Sakasaka Stadium no kese Sakura oko he has of omu training grounds or Accra those days kese oko he kra na oyem hihye say player no koto from na tazo nyina adwuki bom major match ade achi na odi kro na ebebo match na what you say and there sane ma no abakakra what we need a gym equipment say be can ho na training them physically a problem back any sika ye de ma players no so you see about professional league na ebia team between the players eka ebia 500 cities bosome na sai sika nkura no bosome so onya mfama wo yen ha say no you need big companies omo bit me aka some sponsor a friend saying teams no go and look at their report. If you report, I'm talking about their audited accounts. I every year, the mom bear 20 million. They cannot. What do you say? The big companies are now what it is. If I was about 30 years ago, maybe I was a testers was thriving. The Acotex. Ewo ho na Gihok ewo ho Ghana Industrial Holding Company companies are state owned companies and omo Gihok Stars that's what you for you say Supreme Stars SS74 now omo so omo clubs Ash Gold no mo buy and they sani mani ni hobi cause you for no omo sika omo dey e ho ya dey ama omo ebe no nya bi de akoye sa enti no we must connect to hono na ade ana omoye ne se wokɔ stadium so kɔhwɛ match won say curtain raisers no na ayi cold teams ne bebo bi coach na bo awie no na the reserve sites of clubs no so abebo asana clubs na aba they go here 3 matches coach no na ayi breeding ground for ayi teams no what you see and then san ni na a fizzle out. How do we bring them back? Yen no hono na ayi yen MVP for ye ka says ye ba we will start with the Premier League nanka state na adopt omo na amana yese if I say omo ye service for the country nti ye be join ni omo say a privately owned ye be join ranks with them nanka ya kase ebia club bia no say 25 players bosomi bia ye ma omo bi kakra. So it's 1,000 cities in Pony Bemana. Na club owners and also Edibiaka. So that 500 now won't mean to now state is paying 1,000 cities for 500 account. The state interest in the player no supersede the ODA. In developing the player no be supersede the ODA no. What you see? Until Untimika so about 1 year made make a ton baby I could give $50,000, I could give $100,000. State be interest woman. Then the state will partner clubs no. It's okay. You pay we should to market the players. Yes, I been cannot say now be boy to develop the clubs no ebi. That is what we intended to do. And I think sa buy no do madwin siswa nipa na bo ni din say nkrofo say empam na meka say me pese me comment Randy Abi no womo they've been in football administration for quite some time and so until maybe if we think through these ideas omo betimi ono so betimi de aka ho how do we smith sa program MPP for no no so mbeye no how do we further fine tune it maybe a ban crown up to fan develop clubs no yen sa de beboa otherwise yen get takings go na eboy and the koto connect to no koto ko ne has bebo bola ufi nkran ba ufi kibi ba ufi nkran ubedu kibi no mu a mo se nkofo gina kwa ho omo ewu red flags ewu red flags omo rainbow onam kwa no sa akopno ba bedu kumase omra no sa me ne start matches ne 4 pm na omra no stadium na chi queues are form obegina ho 2 hours asana akobram it doesn't matter
kwesi de bi o ha ye nkwa asore kra
because one quantum munye bi nwe what you say and that's about about 30 years ago but the last 10 years and Nema say how do you put us together and I was saying na adwene ho na say you get back on track and yes the gameplay no be basa
semenwa ma wo team na o support no are you worried?
How would I be worried? They say football na yesika o nti they are there for the highest bidder nti zikasem they say a copy city enye United zikasem they want a copy
but your coach is he doing well?
He's not doing badly. We did a tour last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. The America say he's not doing badly, but he needs to strengthen the team in 1 or 2 areas. Now, if you send a busy,
we supporting Zombeman a permanent contract,
and football money or boom in the chewado. Results in the chase. Yema entrance and as a yema China as a mema Caneno ana ye pet time and develop talents no san mano they want instant results so you look at obi to say Arsene Wenger who in my view is one of the best football trainers in the world. Arsene Wenger took a obi from Division 1 those days Division 2 no na be ball reserve side man who be 2 years or be team mu Nti Arsenal gameplay look here na say in Spain no na Barcelona so gameplay no control soccer that was the team that me fought through the league now once of one defeat. What I say, he was a talent hunter. They said Wenger was sport on what the Obani team are. Him say yes, you can grow. O come and say, and I said you see board game no na a money here, some familial atmosphere. I will develop all Horintino. Obi team no baby I man is kakase kwa mpasoko. That was Arsene Wenger. Sir Alex Ferguson. Only the instant results. Oba, a person within 2 years, with me shining. Pulu from academy no crambo within 2 years. And I also know or time for players. But only they know pay much more rapid results. And between the two, we are saying some no mobile ball. United ne a year. And now a friend saying coach about Man City. But unfortunately, Pep Guardiola so no from Barca star nibi. And what they are back. And we can gameplay na sanity. Unfortunately, they say pa no omuni ball holder or midfield ho yi. So omuni sa nkrofo no ho yi. Na attack ne dey omu potent. Omu potent. But wo attack no omu lusu ball na say bench ra. Oba under pressure kakra bi e be hye. What you say? And no but I think they say also he's coming out.
The other side of Honorable was achievement sports and you can. But is the OSP your friend?
OSP? In
Sir. I see.
We live about 4 houses away.
The performance so far is saying, Nejuma saw any.
Hey, as I'm not confirming you.
Oh, me beside you.
Beside us, I'm can man can you na China say, was it Jack? What's he saying?
But his investigation into vote buying, and then you think that it's a good cause.
Oh, me in the harmony say. Let's assume say. I what you say MP4, ABB, Uncle Sui. Atuya baby. One carry. And this is for our primaries. BBA PM. Amafo can was him. Party no I can was him. Presidency I can was him. The parliamentary group I can was him. What you also work with him? We are MPP for Mr. Bam me suspect say. What you say? Oh, nice officer we call if you are indeed sincere, and I say my TBB say in the course, but let me be investigated. That's within your but you don't wait 1 week to get into 2 weeks after say the because see this more also only I want to see you guys as a officer we call I disagree with him.
All right,
but corruption we must fight now. Gradually increasing monetization by politicians like the Oyuni to my Ghana. Because you see, one way what you want a money bag be will be our serious maybe a emphata. Now on your big purse, no ba Ghana politics, no for now they no. Politics is about development. And you should be looking at the vision of Nipakona or Bekanasem. And he should do the understanding of governance and saying his experience in governance and saying a track record and saying Nipakona Kasakra and the character, the personal integrity and saying these things should be tested. Yes, from nowhere, no be aba. It shouldn't happen. And they say
your campaign. You have any estimation how much I must spend here in this bid to become flag bearer?
Oh, I'm a fundraiser and I'm a treasurer.
Anyway, the Honorable Osei Chi Mensa Bunsu and I'll pay Yaneno Edin Komo Obekai Hona Yade Yinjume Dino Ebreo Yadase. say anope nso uguso a o hwe leader.
Yes sir.
You better say oni yen.
Ezmi dase.
Edi nkomo. Nyame nka o.
Ezmi dase pa.
Na enema esiwani so nyina emre. My here your name will still come up for running mate.
Me nkrolo ye. Ozo pesa we ye me runner. I've not started crawling. What you make here running? You want to force me to run?
But is he likely to retain Dr. Matthew Opoku?
Oh, the choice is for Baumia. And now make a once a minute. Will be anti-massy. Will be beside me point blank. Say, oh, or more Mujina, you know. I say, it begins on Famubi. And if I can also beside me, say, oh, cry at say, a boarding. And if I could, I know, say, because I begin to Matthew Opoku Prempe and retaining. What do you say? First of all, send a medical can buy a toy, you know. The fractures can grab a party. We need to heal wounds until Baumia between now and December. I am not doing say, okay, one meters in the air. Ni focus anyhow to reconcile the party, how to unite the party for the greater battle ahead. I want to organize. I can't be any bit my fire after a kind of one. And then the major preoccupation. Party Nankasa Crown, so some be internal primaries for you. Choosing party officers. Obi you know. Obi ate on obi naso, obi abri obi krubi, and also besaba. Until we need to really do that. First of all. Na we are and when the say amfo and a challenge to us. Omwa na obi sa me say nti omwa nwumu no. Na make us omwa mo contest here no. Me make us say it seems to me it's very difficult. Now me say history actually say America no. Mutimi for obi a no obi akọ contest. But ya na say e bia nipa ko no start a contest no. O say me madwen a me dwen. Ani nipa so me say ni na ye nyina dwen ko benkrom ti me withdraw. I want to support this man. And I say onunti ma withdraw bia na ansa man ni kra brazenly to support the person. Also onunti ma withdraw. E bia be nipa ne be wie no. O say okay, na fa nipa we so onye me running mate. On the chassis. I look me see. But where, as in this case, as a contest, be very bruising. I been crab fed the na ye just at him the DS and me can the papa at him. It didn't yet crack him. We and Cabo Massamo Hodi. But we now say, oh, any parents be so confounding past messages here. And they are any po. I think a crack. Two. Penny no ban what the division in them or the issues be an or can address that policy na making. Obviously, policy no, I don't agree with your policy. I fundamentally disagree with your policy. Obi I disagree with your policy no. Can you make such a person your animate? What you say? Okay, say yes, yeah, Papa Kofa go for oil buy. Go for reserves here, and they can want some no na boy to sustain our economy. It brings we disagree with your policy, Papa. Can we trust such a person to align with him? Let's be honest with ourselves. You see, policy. Now, the sheer competence. Baumia, an economist, established economist, world acclaimed. And what they take it in so. Why a bit more complimenting? Do we need another economist? Do you need maybe a lawyer? Do you need obia or a generalist? Abia, asembia or maybe a working understanding of almost every issue. Do you need such a person? Send a bear ticket and be complete. What you say? Until you are looking at the complementarity of the ticket. And then also the sheer competence of the person who is coming in some other areas. You're looking at the track record of the person. You're looking at the chemistry.
Correct.
We have seen this before. Ron is in Aka.
Aka.
What you say? Nti we are saying amwa oman Ghana our image. Nti with this in mind, we are looking at maybe the chemistry. Above everything, nipa befa no. Oh hwe, and the end is if we because it will affect our ticket as well.
Yes.
Until I make us say, Papa, no, this year is not even thinking about that. What you say? And your tradition, from me fan a Dubai. A Dubai when you do a contest. We the running mate of any free normal contest. There were formidable characters. Samuel Kofor was there, Dr. Selby was there, Dr. Safodu was there, Lawyer Kodria. They were all there. Amphobia, Kofa Araya Lasam. Kofor when he went to the contest. Amphobia no more contest no. Kofa Aliyu Muhammad. Akufuado Amfa Omo no more contest no. Ofa ayi Domia. However, Kofor Omo no more contest no. Owie no. Rather no. Oyamu ministers. Akufuado did the same thing. Is that the way to go? I can't tell. Me near also me. Joe Mensa. Titi Hona, the KB or Tobia, no treachery, I can't tell. I can't tell. The final decision is for the man. But the American say, let nobody bring any pressure to bear on him.
All right.
Yes.
I was therefore, yeah, Diane, one bar, the honorable was say, Chairman Sabun, pay our guest. Right. Ebusafo ye buso a ye di nkomo. Bigidi ye se wonso watintim niema kakra wachocho bibi kakra. Obepese oni ebedi hu nkomo. Anopei mampanin oguso a otwen se oni no ebedi nkomo. Ma minuanom enchira adwen na afi yemra na yene mo emedi nkomo. No fee. Meboa aban se eni se o stress obia.
Ane.
Wo ko school a ese se aban o ma ho henhan wo na akọ. San nkomo no bae. Omo apply no. Omo nsa kana. Na ese se sika ne ba nsa na omo akọ school. Ana agi se ekope sika e de omo ko school. Ansa na sika no aba. Enche na nondu abo nondu body ana cheze duba akobebo. Duba akoba. Koku akuafo won a eti radio ho won a wo hwe TV obia etwen se finance minister beba no ne abedi nkomo am ye hu se ye koku akuafo den ye te so atua ana se wo ntwen so kakra anopei abedwafo be kira adwen wo ho menuanom am ne wo ha na fi yaba na onso oni yen edi nkomo kachi nkomo aban ede bae no wadi akire kakra fees na asem no awofo ne nsa kan nsa na mofra na kọ ana jeso omko pesika kutua na ye de ama ho
Kojo eme de sa nkomo yi wakofa aba no fee stress policy eye ade ba ko a omampani John Dramani Mahama sabra na oye candidate Mahama na oye campaign se obeba aban mu no okan ye se de Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado ne MPP so they free SHS a campaign no. But said the me susu no enye sa na eko e was no fee stress policy nhyehyenu.
Ade say
the minim no say obi ka say oba be ya ade acha wo kwa ade anu nie fa neko e free. Now no fee stress policy oya no say first year students ewo universities ena all hwa wo ye tuition na ye nuanom asabi won adi hunam akwam dem wo mo de ne de aye free ya kwesi say wo bewie enya ho na meba first year for na president ka say wo be hwa wo mo no enhyehyeye no ena etwetwe maso kakra ye mekesene ne because ade de wo de che obi a won kase nipa no enkope sika no meto phone yi na wo to wi a da che wo be refund sa sika no ama no eye free ye te Ghana ha 2016 na nado danko Ekufuado Dubai was free SHS wo kodru suku mu ho a eye prospectus ena wo koje prospectus no wo gi a enyama ewo mu nyina emu 98% eye de wa wo ba no a wo ko school ni de koye ne ho school ni de ewo mu ye nyama ba miensa pebi na unya koduru ya yankase fa admission fee and access school fees 200 ache abind their brow you enter straight and go but no fee stress policy ba ye no omo de no aye kotua answer enti se wo ye campaign Emma ordinary Ghanaian obi a ono te baabi a ne ba wie SHS a anasa obe wie a na ho ode kire ne se ontumi mfa ne ba ne nko school no what building hope on the no fee stress policy say wo ba hye ne ba no at least level 100 enti before say ne ba ne be wie level 100 no na what ono atimi etieti akakra anya bibia to akire na afi ode to ne ba no so but this is the situation now. Level 100 near be admission, but the parent has to go and find money. Sikana only be no. I nunti o wire campaign set to Obama me na me ba me sha oba free. E wo level 100 no. This a parent no ko pesikano. Na okotua ansa na wa be refund. Now, some of us, me a parent. Last year, me ba no enya kwan ekọ suapon mu edru baabi no student loan trust fund wo mo na ehwe sa nhyehyɛ no so omo buy say yenko apply government be refund this can fine dodo na de buy me say me de buy but problem e wo ho ne say sika no be refund the fan say makwa kotua 3,000 say tuition ama me ba wo KNUST now refund na wo ja ebia 500 and some coins e wo mu a wa refund me sika ni nyina ama me ana adan na wan kire ye say sika no de e be refund you but ade ba ko mienu binti student bia ebia ye bete no 500 600 near dia to fund bi mu dia ye bibi na entiase no akọ but se nipa no kokotua sika ni wie na refund na so tia me de say e ba ye no e so te be 500 almost 600 enya me ba no nko ade students across Ghana sanchire mu no bia nka hwe besi na obi so misa obi a bibia enso yesi aye no fee stress policy now na yenim se afi na government na ba transition ti ena yesa enti munko na yen refund one more sign eko afi no the same thing obi nim say oh okay aban na ba foforo nti omo call first ne de enya hwe ye ka se muntua na refund ena yen mai de wo de ne be room free say the free SHS ye no but afi so parent esa ko struggle eko pe bosia sika na wo munya bi na nu nti wa building the hope no to aba ma ono ena wo mo call ye say me manya ne nte say me baby a this year so rem no they are finding it difficult to apply on the portal ubia yes university no wakwa ba bo so me be 9 years samiensa no omunya emfa information about students ni nkogu portal no so che say ade na ye bebre wo ya so mo apply error sa enti no fee stress policy no say na government person ye na ye say ya na eko na wo mti say parents no happy about 10 of 10 ana
okay
ye be student loan trust fund penny for enchiremu bi wo ho asasa mo de breyen a obi ampusu ye nti eka ho ana because atwetwe aso me ye ni free de nka mawura na me kopes katua ansa na wa be refund no so gibu achibidi
so that's a concern no pay wa wo hwe ye na tie ye no wonso me ye sure wo concern ye ne mampani be di nkomo enchekra maestro ofa ukwakuafo no wo asempa bi ka kye wo mo ana
ofa asem na me wo ka kye wo mo ne se boso economy na se aban wote so intimi ntwe wo musika mfa mo a there was some massive demonstration against the government ofa enra ya sha se didi mo de afa kwakuafo sika se ho na enra na fellows for Kaakyire from the presidency communication e to do say now emergency cabinet meeting concern the crisis at Haiti cocoa board and kwame faso betimi twa cocoa farmers no isika ediamo barofa now medical na hedi nkomo e de afa cocoa or mo hye ho when it comes to but how it works in making sure so betwa cocoa akuafo but of a problem pa na say yet na on my way mu na say ye pay the basic essential commodities mining etimi export the kwabuchi etimi generate a lot of revenue at the country na cocoa etoso third you go to the free hall na you crude oil at the free hall ma then you talk about cocoa and then is any other natural resources that we have etimi aba offer currently as we speak when you go into the world market. So we la Côte d'Ivoire the free world etimi supply 71% of the world's largest exporting of cocoa. Ghana and also with about 38%. It tells you say the country Ghana no one of our revenue etimi nyesika edit share of mining and making sure so mining bit ma fan ntuma pay fra na cocoa akuafo so yenye bi edi ti omoka no is when we export the cocoa into the international market. Offer medical dim komo we hu e wa hanom. But be dim komo no me na masanso de besi di enti here e was e twa cocoa akuafo musika e de mo because omo de omo nya hwe. The only thing that they've been able to do they say ometimi ado omefu na omatete omo cocoa beans no ma a dry cocoa beans now. No making sure some baggy cocoa beans into bags and then they will take it to the government. That government now got turned to musical bro. That is what they have been doing for decades. The buffer for 3 decades. Any enemy jina haka ekacha say cocoa board come faso eton cocoa ni de kwa broche no Tembia no omo forward contract sales policy and number the tool of forward sales contract policy ni na say cocoa no before say be wura into 2026 no na cocoa board etimi akodi nkomo de afa sika e wo say o manage and start company you into 2026 sa policy na wo for the past 3 decades ni offer abayo free so buy no ebe cancel those kind of policy say forward contract sales no say be yes na you cocoa no say the kosi a wasa na say the ko enimu a emma o mine enya emfa so into offer say in the next year na say the cocoa no akọ jisika na say per ton obeje bia $5 per ton na say you run into 2026 na say world market no issue to from $6 it be jump ko $15 it means say ukoko na wakọ ton in break forward contracts no offer waboka the so corner say ukoko roll over crown there is no way say those said countries na e say sika na be ma it's about buy no cancel syndication no cancel forward contracts no and no making sure say 30% of the forward contract sales and be back into cocoa board account. And then the remaining 70% offer say it drew into the marketer. We have something that we call the pre-financial trade. So what I mean no afraid the pakron wa kra or this or the adena ba answer which yaka offer. San yamana e cost in the world international market almost for that kind of negotiations are a course no. It's cocoa board administration by no. That is the administration now. And I said that is the policy of Mundabe to do better offer. Going to the world market no, the pre-financial trade no 30% of the forward sales contracts no munyaye no, 70% naka no. The government is not able to negotiate very well at the world international market. It offer say ameni odi nkomo no, La Côte d'Ivoire needed to actually reduce their price. Equator for ba, na no business catch us China for asha say elbow into the Asian market. Equator for currently as we speak offer. Ghana intimi anhwe ya the second spot na de be kase we are the second leading exporter of cocoa equal for betima ababe overtaking China for betimi ababe overtaking. We are seeing other countries they are now investing into their cocoa farming and making sure say it will generate a lot of revenue for their country but baby no. This has been one of the crucial moments at Haiti cocoa board because cocoa no offer a lot of investment be may invest akwaji bosia and making sure somebody invest into their farmlands no offer there was a government in the for the past 3 months won't me into your maka. This is not what the cocoa farmers should deserve. Cocoa farmers they deserve better. I know very well that this government offer a promise almost say what the MPP government is paying them is very less as compared to Omo Nyamomo Trogo manifesto 6,000 per bag. I mean NDC for it me a promise. I'm not doing politics here. But baby it's just a no. So when you offer 6,000 per bag na am my for. Na so musika kakra na e wo so omo saka. No mo de kwahye omo investment, so mo de kwahye omo farmlands, mo de bi di hwe omo busua no. On pese o de say sika na be mo omo. Na so mo ntimi hwe ntoto nyema ni ya. Enra government and as a president his essay John Dramani Mahama. Offer wafre cabinet meeting. I know say I'm not pay 11 o'clock. Finance Minister Ebeba addressing the public. Offer what I want them to say. They say they should come out and have a clear plan in paying the cocoa farmers. They shouldn't tell us say just so makoton cocoa beans near market now so say Canabra cocoa farmers. They should find a way to pay our cocoa farmers as soon as possible.
All right. As soon as possible, no chance if it's we are also obetimi afre na onema mpeni edi nkomo as soon as possible. 020-633-4646 020-633-4747 ene mampeni ni nkoma no pay ye sha se fi de ubon krata no African proverb no sports betwa mu ya ba ye ne anrabo se eche bensa bonso adi nkomo ye de ye kakra aka ho stress free fee policy.
No fee stress.
No fee stress. Fee.
They be confusing you.
No fee stress policy.
No fee.
There's some amount stress on cry. Enko chair face.
And no nyina no anopa obetimi adi ho nkomo oye kokko kuani na o hwa yen. E den na o hwehwe free aban ho enche aban ebeba beka sede obezo ne kokko akuafo no esan na ehho nkomo nyina no ye de abro. Oba na wadum TV set na say volume no we reduce volume no na afi oni edi nkomo Monty and Can answer one day and that's why I was. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yo, my pacho, your friend Benjamin.
Benjamin free here no pay.
Oh, make us a free Tanoso.
Any man penny in Casa.
Wait, dear, any wo pow. Any wo. Say, politics pan in some more yes, a cook, as I commodity 60 million. Nasa and the pa, won't you mean Choco for Cardia? In fact, any wo pa. And the aban maybe be a sikashi piano. Campaign and Komo Pesikaya and Komo Beyaye. Campaign Nandis for Pesikaya and Komo Beyaye. Delegate your Monte Jessica Momo or Monte television in Kusiani Mekwa and Combaye. And the baby Biasica will piano. Omo Kongo, no Moko Pesca, Madame I say, Yamincham, where the Mustache upon the patch, the way you have and Chomoda.
I don't pay your das, sir, also or the Achain. Akwanya ho obetimi ne mampani edi nkoma no pay. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Opani ehe na wo frey mfi ene mampani nkasa.
Me kasa free petit. Na tiji enteja na se.
Hello.
Hello.
But your man so kakrama yen why?
Me kasa free petit. Na yecheni se ija kwese ya Ghana mpenfono de ya kuma age agro nichi de young boy and what 30s ama yukuku mini kuku kwa ngobe 20 acres ofa since November 15th the kuku bucks 20 bucks and square to the Impianica 720 million ija ama ma esta kura ni nguni edu kura anu so chereme na no 3 bucks maybe akoma bia kwa je 1 bag isia because me isia bia o memo ti abawo isia efe nti dem force na dem bu kwa breakfast wa se be yekofie kwato wa dam ni enya nka yepiti sumto nti ese na dem pesika na dem pesika maybe 720 ka akora meeting dia to nam bia ye adwuma ene nti na ma na ni ko bi ya jai kuku adwuma be de magalansi because I say over the kuku body grow up from the same time and one chia na kuku 20 bucks 720 up to now 3 months and Krishna now I think on farmer galaxy for the over 20 billion fund for daily business chigaga na the new juma ya tabe ma you fire we are farming you know ya kuma tell me the juma that's
all right yeah so yeah that's it anopa mi gidi ye say empanimfo ebetu anamon a esese omutu say why you ready Mampeni so are you ready? Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Openi yetio.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello, Yamfa, dear Otwaso. Good morning. Openi down when the enemy man penny in Casa.
Good morning. Good morning.
Right. Oba, Mr. na wa reduce the volume of your set. Said the bear, you beat me a dim communi. Memo watching no pay. Hello.
Hello.
Memo watching.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, you. Any man penny in casa.
Hello.
Uguswa ohwe mo fache television Daybreak Jumedie na yede ebrewi Sabre de ye twen se also ne wahwe na wo adwenkyire bi wo ho a na wo de aka ho amayen 020-633-4646 020-633-47.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Bajo kasa yetio.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Bajo kasa yetio.
Bajo, I am praying for Omo high cocoa farmers and Omo high papa. But your friend make us a free no jigiti. Oko bre wo some pafinam. Mosimo to galamse ase. Afedi muto koko na muntua. Koko eso na nkrofo e ton de magalamse efoi. Ti esrem bebre omo nka no kra nkyere yen. Se sika no omo de be man ya omo yehu. Omo pa sika nso man ya omo yehu. Na koko no ne pese ye ne ya ye no. Esa se ne omo ye na eti akoma. Eti akoma. Obi to no 31 wo se isu a. Wo so beto ne se yo. Ne wo ba ye nso a se wo to so a won to ne sa. Kakra so ye nya se wo de man nso a ne so won fa ma ye. Eti yesre bebre omo ya madwuma na fe de afono ye. Yesre. Ne eso mo ye no mo nyama ye na ye ho nto ye. Edase.
Anopay messages ayensa akano maestro ebekenkan ye no so e de amayen. But why kradwa ene mampani enkasa anopay. Hello.
Hello.
Openi down ho de na yentio.
E pache fremi. Apesi kuma mikatafika balina kweli. Kabis. Nimeka aparece. Kuku ya afoni de nyamie ni abani ni mo de. Ana gana kwa kumwe kwa ata. Ni si nyame. Ni fedi ya abani si nyame be festival be boa o mine why. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Openi mi eni nkoma no pay.
Ayo. Me pacho ya friend me sofo bon stosh. Na kakra mekanese me koye asori wo mankranso manso. Na me bisa one man bi de ebade ntina eya omotomo land no wode magalamse fo no asemo ka cheme de omo nana mu do koko so many years omo ntuma nsidan na omo tumi ton koko omo plot ni bi omo wode wo measure pa no omo tumi ton bi 6 billion omo tumi ton 8 billion 10 billion 12 billion omo tumi nya bi na omo de sidan omo wia na omo de bi store nti omo hwa omo hu se so moton land na ya na empaso wo so since omo na na be koko for the reason why ya e komanse ro mo tonto omo land no e bi no enti se the AC de omo beton ne mo enti se aba no o pese koko adwuma no koso na mama mo tonto omo land magalamse for dia en na ka message so be encourage eyifo no koko fo agurafo no mo na omo sika no kan ka obetum mo na dem ko yo de omo fadu de ene se ne no mabetonto asase no bon ntimi de kaka meka cha band ombo no modin ha na ompezika mfentu omuka na onhu the reason why omotonto asase no ohwehwe because obi ani o chiri fa wasempa kono wa se land da ho ne fe meka se metuma to land be 6 billion na menye bi na me de store menye bi na me de sifie na me do koko na me yeska mfimi de me metoma gold funa oye medase me chia me abada so tanaso sana nyene kumase tanaso sana nyene neba medase pa
abna danso a anopay yemawache yemfa de otwa to na yenkenkan messages a yensa aka no anopay. Hello.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Openi down ho edi na ne mampani nkasa.
But me the message at me to talk there. But let me question.
my question is, Mountain or do cocoa, Kiafunaco, another cocoa board, nor do it once here now. I know can mental into the medicine.
Nti se cocoa board entua car says utua aban na sobo kese no ekọ ne ho enu nti na ote se ye ka aban no fi se cocoa board aban adwumaku a wo ye adwuma nti ase kakra wo eno no ye da ase maestro messages no kakra na afi
way free Al Hassan Bawa. Also, good morning, Mr. Kojo Marfo. I hope you are doing very well. Offer a hon yepa ewo ahana wezo free Nana Kaakyire 6Am. I say good morning. Yeah, good morning Nana Kaakyire 6Am. Also free Poku Jazz. Also good morning my big family. And also so it's me Eddie Abraham Waha. George Drew. Also good morning to you Fache TV. May this family becomes bigger in the near future. Amen. Georgina Odro. Wezo free Kwame. Also greetings. Happy to be here once again and I love listening to this political morning show because you always bring facts and exciting people to come and have intellectual discourse. We're so free Kwame and so I say also it's me we're so free Akwesi Chiku. I say why are you journalists in Ghana still entertaining this man cry? I don't know what you're talking about. And I could be JSAK so Abe reply no Ewa Hanum or say journalists solicit views and opinions from politicians and allow the public to judge. Tolerance is the key. Kobe J Saki and Mema lunch kama. I promise Mema lunch kama. But offer yonko your WhatsApp line so now you share messages kakra itimi aba enano. But we free Benji in fences we are. Also we urge the government and other stakeholders not to reduce the cocoa price, but rather maintain it. If not, it will cause propaganda. Greetings to Honorable Wisdom Osebwama, MCE Achuma Nwabeja South, and also so itimi ede aba when so other messages are and also it's me about my mention message way now you need a home encomo or used to say good morning Fache Television. My name is the most senior prophet Stephen Jata Bofo. I am cherubim and seraphim prophet. Please, I need this station to help me get Dr. Baumia.
All right, my main call you now. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Open it down where dinner any man penny in casa.
But your family half. Me free upper west.
Yet you.
Your cocoa are some manifestation kakatra because I buy no article over a sensitive organization as I say cocoa for almost a year. Not enrollment committee in a more castle, not a cantina. I didn't know, but more take you over under the man can't cocoa farm and Ghana for it. Move a throw a car into mountain cocoa. To see our piano. What the fuck cocoa in a call? Fenesika mana, share residence our mama. We a western haircutter for that year no minimum because haircut no not a year a scaffold. We no a year for cocoa for a year for. And no musica watnas or baby de aqua school, no be a day. Into the embassy cannon about we no Kakraba Kaumo by one look up and you were wrong. Bye.
Kinkan kakra na
I have it concerning the no fee stress policy. What's a good morning, boss? I am Hosni from Koforia, boss. One of my junior brother was in the university and he is now in level 200. And still, now his money haven't been refunded. So I need explanation.
You explanation.
So on Facebook, I think in Koma, former majority leader, Honorable Chairman Sabonso Ebidi, and Hong Kong Kakra offer. We every Master Benjamin was there any concrete funds available for the Swami interchange?
Mr. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Openi, me and you.
Yo, good morning, sir. I'm about to have me a quadranuma because every time I saw you view. The channel number 4. Now, me about you. And since I had independency, and Yana Namo are or Mukumo, a year cocoa no. Dr. Kwame Kwame ya umetama me umetama General Hospital minim baby a sa cocoa processing no that time baby omo no ya na ya fa gap and then omo time omo ya na tama oya refine inti o ya ko almost 70 years of independence bibisa inti Ghana vumpen to me nya kwa bia no mbefa so di cocoa baby bi o Ghana inti sanka Ghana omutumi di cocoa process bi fofora inti anka no sanka abofu omuntu anka ye ho chiro mu na obi say ya megbu bifo ne abrofo boye pa anya no kreda ene ya South Africa omu se tam na abrofo omu manage kro no na kro ne kama say omu si nsho ni light kra no omu nya bi Mugabe president Zimbabwe o se tam na abrofo no omu do eburo no ena eburo no mutum twan mo what the mutum twa bi amem dem fancy example 2 million bucks oji ma ebibifo no mutum twa 10,000 bucks into mu say ebibifo omu ye lazy enti mesra mu a mo ma ye mpemfo no omu ngeka omu kakra no omu ntra so omu be bibi na sede be ya oman no betumpo medasi
yes anopay Maestro kan ba ko no aka no man na afi ana wawiya ne sa okay nti yankwa na enne adofo a wodi won awoda no ye ma won awoda pa yen hyase emfi Theodosia Odro Fosu aka Mame Sewa wo Kaakyire College of Education eho ena Theodosia Odro Fosu adodo no frɛ no Mame Sewa ene na awoda. It's from your mom Kaakyire and the entire Odro family wishing you the best of the day. Mame Sewa nyame inshallah Kojo Usu say ononso happy birthday kese pa binim skadodo a ode eka ho abi kusun say or we show na minim say there is a competition somewhere else.
I am a Adam MCR for me bano Adam.
The way I omoni abreno.
Someone say me yamo ade efe. Enti mu hu me bayi. Mo sha say e kone ho. Oh. MCR ho. Abe ku ne Kojo. Munya steady.
Omo me enu nyina so uju omo ho a toa wu. Bibia ma. Yento aso. Na won a ene ewa woda no. Gideon Nanaya Ochre, Assistant Accountant, was Stanvic Mining and Construction Ghana Limited. And ne wawoda Dr. Samuel Afriye say anopay unyame omana domine humo bro enye kese so Gideon Nanaya Ochre. Happy birthday going out to you. Tina ononso ne dia ode brain anopay no. Sa na anopay yenkoma Mrs. Diana Nimako Nikunu ya Nimako awoye adwuma wo Angel Broadcasting say anopay yenwehye Diana Nimako awodapa Diana may you sure say a build up to Memenda Valentine's Day no said ye enema beko happy birthday kese pa and family no ye dey it's also the birthday of Grace Edinkra and wawoda yama awoda pa. Happy birthday to you, and we hope that will be an exciting day for you. Sana anopay you chatwo Benjamin Yamwa dodo na freno Benghazi GH1 television sports head of sports and wawoda yama awoda pa. Obi bia wawoda no yesre wasu nshira ni adom at the mount. Ye jidi say bibia ebeko kama. Kaakyire. Yan sorry anopay.
Enti tesi idea. Ye hye animu se ebodu baako a finance minister obe address online no. Na akuafo ehunu baabi a sesei aban ede won mo ewura. Na adaroma medie memfoaso se won mo beka se sika no abo apesu nti obetete kokoo ne boso na wachiama wonom said the one more ya campaign se esese wo mutua 6,000 ede ma akuafo no a enru 6,000 ne ede omo edru ba bi omo we say 3,000 ne akire
3,000 ne akire
aha omo maintain no na ba bi omo be sika afri ede atua omo kabia omo ntua niam bi wo ho ayemfa nye campaign it's as simple as that niam bi wo ho a wontumi nsesa no a na say wonni tumi bia wo so a yemfa nye campaign enti mo sa motwa ena edi mochi no ti ba bia kokoo ne bo ne gina sesie no yenhwe ni Musa finance minister na address no oba abete so woma ni nyina hɔ a no mo mpesi kan fantua kokoo akuafo ne ka bisa woma bre
all right abusiafo anopai eha na yedemo ebesi yeda ase da ne da ase mo gebre na mo hwen anopa no nsia kopem se nundu daybreak jumadi a ewo fache television so na yede brew anopai migidiye se de esese yede boa obia no yeguso a ye maka kire se 14 February no ye kire do nti fa bibia che na pe gift kama pa na fama odofo na eye Kristo mu do ene ye kire mo aka no mesra mo amfa nye mpaebo fache television so na we yeda mo ase se anope nso mo kan ye ho nyame nhira obi bia
Xylophone music.